pull for her. I don't know. There's just something about her design that I just don't necessarily love, but we'll see. I might end up changing my mind in game whenever she gets released.
What are you? You look gorgeous. I don't want to touch you, but also I am going to. Thank you.
I only have enough pulls to go up to her 50-50. 10 pity in. Just watch it be like an early 5-star. So I don't have a single copy of her. There's 20 pity in. God. I mean, it would be amazing if I win her 50-50 right here, right now.
Oh, should I introduce myself again? I'm Nicole.
I am speechless. I am so speechless. Holy crap. That was lucky. That was so lucky. This is so oh, okay. Sorry. The way that angled, it looked like she jumped off the edge. This is where I start raging and start hating Imaginarium Theater because it's like, god damn it. Oh, look at this. Oh, like 7 in like the last like 10 seconds. Crazy. And the only characters I'm swapping to is Shalonen. Oh, look at that. I have 40 seconds to go. Arlecchino's dead, but it does not matter in the slightest. I'll sit back for like 20 seconds. I'll just run around. If I get her on her 50-50 or I have to go up to the guarantee. Here goes nothing. Okay. Okay. Nobody panic. Okay. Oh, I'm so scared. So nervous. Okay.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Nefer, head of the Curatorium of Secrets.
Oh,
You may
thank
have
God.
heard a few rumors about me, but don't let that trouble you. Fact or fiction, I assure you it won't impact our collaboration.
Oh, thank God. Oh, this is really fun. I like this. I like that it's more than just like, oh, let's run in like a straight line and then get out. That there's an actual, I was not paying attention. I can tell like who my main DPS is. Full health, full health, full health. Almost dead.
Get this team out of here. I don't want you. I want my exploration team. Thank you very much. Deploy. Oh, my God. Okay. So the first one took me like 10 tries. This one just took me 1. Got it.
This is pretty. Oh my God. I think that this is like my favorite domain thus far. My first 5-star character, I spent a few polls on Raiden's banner at the time. I got up to the 50-50, which at the time I did not even know that it was the 50-50. I lost my 50-50 to Deluxe, which threw me for a loop. I was like, wait, I don't get the character on the banner? Like, what? But I know that her banner was like leaving within a day or two, and I just did not have time to get more primos to guarantee Raiden. I ended up fully exploring Dragon Spine to try to get enough primo gems for Xiao. He's on banner. I really want to get him. And of course, because I was guaranteed, I ended up getting him. To this day, I have not built him. I don't even know what Ayaka's. I mean, Ayaka's pretty. I was going to say she's pretty fine, but she's not. She's not on a 4-piece set. Lovely. Actually made all of the people that were helping her like quit or have a mental breakdown. Oh, it's sad for you, Savannah, but like what you did to other people is unforgivable.
I'm a completionist. Everything's like 100% on my accounts. Like when I say like 100%, I mean like 100%. Most of the regions I've done like all of the world quests. I've also done majority of the story quests. I don't talk about the hangouts. Hangouts are not my forte. And I've done majority of Natlands quests. At some point I would like to get all of my characters to like level 90 and like all built.
Still like that Dory's just chilling in the background. There's just a ball of pink over by the station. I'm thinking of pulling for her. She definitely seems really cool and interesting. I can't wait to learn more about her. Him, I don't know. Don't necessarily pull for a lot of male characters. They just don't interest me for a lot of personal reasons. Ballerina girl. She looks interesting. She just reminds me a lot of Eula. I don't know. I vibe with her, but I also don't. I feel like I need to know more about her and potentially see her in game before I decide to pull. Him, probably going to skip. Again, don't really pull for a lot of male characters. Definitely pulling for the Saritsa. Also going to pull for the maid character. She looks really, really cool, and I really like her design. This male character, probably dependent on who he is running with. Out of all the male characters, he is the one that intrigues me the most. This dude, the purple eyes, he looks very fascinating. Probably not going pull for him. The fairy guard, not 100% sure if I'll pull for her. I don't know. There's just something about her design that I just don't necessarily love, but we'll see. I might end up changing my mind in game whenever she gets released.
What are you? You look gorgeous. I don't want to touch you, but also I am going to. Thank you.
I only have enough pulls to go up to her 50-50. 10 pity in. Just watch it be like an early 5-star. So I don't have a single copy of her. There's 20 pity in. God. I mean, it would be amazing if I win her 50-50 right here, right now.
Oh, should I introduce myself again? I'm Nicole.
I am speechless. I am so speechless. Holy crap. That was lucky. That was so lucky. This is so oh, okay. Sorry. The way that angled, it looked like she jumped off the edge. This is where I start raging and start hating Imaginarium Theater because it's like, god damn it. Oh, look at this. Oh, like 7 in like the last like 10 seconds. Crazy. And the only characters I'm swapping to is Shalonen. Oh, look at that. I have 40 seconds to go. Arlecchino's dead, but it does not matter in the slightest. I'll sit back for like 20 seconds. I'll just run around. If I get her on her 50-50 or I have to go up to the guarantee. Here goes nothing. Okay. Nobody panic. Okay. Oh, I'm so scared. So nervous. Okay.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Nefer, head of the Curatorium of Secrets.
Oh,
You may
thank
have heard
God.
a few rumors about me, but don't let that trouble you. Fact or fiction, I assure you it won't impact our collaboration.
Oh, thank God. Oh, this is really fun. I like this. I like that it's more than just like, oh, let's run in like a straight line and then get out. That there's an actual, I was not paying attention. I can tell like who my main DPS is. Full health, full health, full health. Almost dead.
Get this team out of here. I don't want you. I want my exploration team. Thank you very much. Deploy. Oh, my God. Okay. So the first one took me like 10 tries. This one just took me 1. Got it.
This is pretty. Oh my God. I think that this is like my favorite domain thus far. My first 5-star character, I spent a few polls on Raiden's banner at the time. I got up to the 50-50, which at the time I did not even know that it was the 50-50. I lost my 50-50 to Diluc, which threw me for a loop. I was like, wait, I don't get the character on the banner? Like, what? But I know that her banner was like leaving within a day or two, and I just did not have time to get more primos to guarantee Raiden. I ended up fully exploring Dragon Spine to try to get enough primo gems for Xiao. He's on banner. I really want to get him. And of course, because I was guaranteed, I ended up getting him. To this day, I have not built him. You know what Ayaka's... I mean, Ayaka's pretty... I was going to say she's pretty fine, but she's not. She's not on a 4-piece set. Lovely. Actually made all of the people that were helping her like quit or have a mental breakdown. Oh, it's sad for you, Savannah, but like what you did to other people is unforgivable.
I'm a completionist. Everything's like 100% on my accounts. Like when I say like 100%, I mean like 100%. Most of the regions I've done like all of the world quests. I've also done majority of the story quests. I don't talk about the hangouts. Hangouts are not my forte. And I've done majority of Natlands quests. At some point I would like to get all of my characters to like level 90 and like all built.
Still like that Dory is just chilling in the background. There's just a ball of pink over by the station. I'm thinking of pulling for her. She definitely seems really cool and interesting. I can't wait to learn more about her. Him, I don't know. Don't necessarily pull for a lot of male characters. They just don't interest me for a lot of personal reasons. ballerina girl. She looks interesting. She just reminds me a lot of Eula. I don't know. I vibe with her, but I also don't. I feel like I need to know more about her and potentially see her in game before I decide to pull. Him, probably going to skip. Again, don't really pull for a lot of male characters. Definitely pulling for the Saritsa. Also going to pull for the maid character. She looks really, really cool, and I really like her design. This male character, probably dependent on who he is running with. Out of all the male characters, he is the one that intrigues me the most. This dude, the purple eyes, he looks very fascinating. Probably not going to pull for him. The fairy guard, not 100% sure if I'll pull for her. I don't know. There's just something about her design that I just don't necessarily love, but we'll see. I might end up changing my mind in game whenever she gets released.
What are you? You look gorgeous. I don't want to touch you, but also I am going to. Thank you.
I only have enough pulls to go up to her 50-50. 10 pity in. Just watch it be like an early 5-star. So I don't have a single copy of her. There's 20 pity in. God. I mean, it would be amazing if I win her 50-50 right here, right now.
Oh, should I introduce myself again? I'm Nicole.
I am speechless. I am so speechless. Holy crap. That was lucky. That was so lucky. This is so oh, okay. Sorry. The way that angled, it looked like she jumped off the edge. This is where I start raging and start hating Imaginary Theater because it's like, god damn it. Oh, look at this. Oh, like 7 in like the last like 10 seconds. Crazy. And the only characters I'm swapping to is Shalonen. Oh, look at that. I have 40 seconds to go. Arlecchino's dead, but it does not matter in the slightest. Yellow. I thought that I was ready and now I want to double check something. I swear. I want to double check. I was like, oh, I'm fine, I'm ready to go, and then it's like, no. Where's the setting? Ah, there's the setting. Okay. There we go. And now the cat wants in. The cat had 5-10 minutes where I left the door open so then I wouldn't have to, you know, deal with it. No, she wants in now.
Cleanup sequence in progress. Based on data from past incidents, please avoid dropping small items such as mora, screws, gears, minerals, toys, gummies, snacks, hairbands, socks, and slippers.
How can I help you?
Okay.
Ancient alchemy truly is fascinating.
There we go. I think. Kitty cat, what do you want?
The neighboring nation of Liyue has the most prosperous commercial port in all of Tibet.
There you go.
Ancient alchemy truly is fascinating.
Okay. I think I'm ready. I hope. Okay. Sorry, part of the reason why I wanted to do like a starting soon screen is so that way then the start of streams are a lot less chaotic.
Welcome.
And I feel like I kind of failed at that this time. But like that's alright because it was the first test run. There we go. Okay. I feel like everything's not in the correct place.
Welcome. How can I
I feel like everything should be shifted over just a smidge. There we go. Okay. Start of stream, always chaotic for me. But yeah, I'm testing out. Okay. I was like, I just want to double check that like my mic was unmuted. But yeah, I just wanted to try out a starting soon screen.
Reviewing
Yeah, like
outstanding items on
it's
today's to-do list.
Truly is
Do you have any additional
Okay.
commands?
um it's the fact that like I want stream to start roughly around the same time like every single day. But knowing how chaotic I tend to be, especially first thing in the morning, I want to kind of give myself a little bit of a buffer time, but also
ancient alchemy truly is
like a timer as well. Because yeah, like I find that I struggle with staying consistent, or like a, I mean, yes, staying consistent, but being on time for things has always been a struggle for me, probably due to my ADHD. And so I'm trying to find a way where I can still be on time or roughly around the same time, but still give me flexibility that if something crazy ends up happening, I'm able to attend to that without being super duper constrictive. Which is part of the reason why I'm starting to like doing a starting soon screen. So that way then it kind of keeps me a little bit more on track, and it keeps me, and I'm able to start stream roughly around the same time, because I want to start stream like right at 11 or like 11:05, but sometimes things just end up happening where all of a sudden 10 minutes go by because I'm doing something, or something came up, and it's like, oh crap, like now I'm starting stream at like 11:15 or 11:20 or sometimes even like 11:40, which I very very rarely do. um once it hits like 11:30, I'm like, oh, okay, I don't really care what else is going on, I need to start stream. But yeah, what am I doing? I think that's also right, I completely forgot to farm for Sandroni's materials. I believe that we should get some by doing the event for her quest. So maybe I'll hold off. Ooh. You know what? I'll probably end up holding off doing anything for Sandrone until I do the event. I think I'm probably just going to farm some artifacts. I really need some artifacts instead of trying to like level her up. Oops. Yeah, I think that that's what I'm going to do. Whoops. Change of plans. We'll go over here. Nice, because I know that in the preview it didn't show me any of her materials, so I was like, oh, am I? I feel like I should, because that's been the norm for a while now, so I'm like, I think I should. Yeah, I was going to farm her those beetles off stream, because like they're a pain to find, and now I understand why everyone hates trying to farm for them, because I've never had a character that needed them, and so I was like, oh, there's, you know, they can't be that bad. That's to me like trying to find them, and it's like trying to play I Spy for like 2 hours trying to find these little beetles. But I've just been so incredibly busy that I just have not had time. What do we have? Not that set. I feel like both sets are very similar, so it takes me a hot minute to be like, wait, which one am I going for? Oh, that's not too bad. That can definitely work for Sandrone. I know that I also need materials for Nicole. Or not materials, artifacts for Nicole as well. So
Where ancients a song.
I very much feel like this domain, my luck in this domain just does not work. Ooh. Okay, there we go. Nice. I mean, at least it's an attack stands, but still not very good for Nicole. I should have actually condensed my resin. Whoops. I keep forgetting. I always think that this is like a new area that's a part of a new region. And so every time I'm like, oh, I want to go back to Mondstadt. So then I click the map to like teleport to Mondstadt. I'm like, wait, I'm already there. Whoops. But yeah, I've been incredibly busy because on, I think Friday, yes, Friday, I got an email stating that I was accepted to be a vendor at my local Pride event. My city celebrates Pride in August. I should actually look up the reason why, because I find that so interesting that everything, like our major Pride events, all of the Pride activities, all of it happens in August. And so I got accepted to be a vendor there, which is exciting. I put in my application back in May and actually forgot about it. And then they just emailed me, and yeah, so I've been extremely busy trying to prep for that. Because there's estimated to be like 200,000 people at the event, and I'm looking at everything that I've made thus far.
Here is your reward.
And I'm like, yeah, so like 20 stickers of one design is not going to cut it at all. I need to make a lot more.
Welcome to the adventure.
And so yeah, so I'm like, now I have like a month to get everything ready. And so it's a little chaotic. And yeah, thank you. I thank you. I'm so happy about it. It's so exciting. I signed up. They had 2 different events going on. One that was a smaller event and one that's like the big event. And I was like, oh, I don't think that I'm ever going to get into the small event or into the big event, because I just started doing craft fairs.
Are like a raging.
Like in terms of my schedule, it would be the 3rd craft fair that I've gone to. And so it is nerve-wracking. But yeah, I was like, oh, I'm probably just going to get into the smaller events. And then I never got an email in regards to like whether I was accepted or denied for the small events. I was like, oh, okay. You know, I probably just didn't get in. And then it's like, yeah, so like, here's your acceptance letter. We'll get back to you with some details. And it's like, oh, awesome. But yeah, so it's definitely, so I've been extremely busy with doing that. So that's like super duper fun. And then I know that I'm also adding in some new products as well. Just kind of like in general, nothing, I mean, like I'm adding in new product types just because I wanted to expand my product line. So I'm adding in some keychains, like some acrylic keychains and some sticker sheets. I make everything myself. So like I print and cut all my stickers and notepads and all that wonderful jazz. Uh, ooh, this isn't half bad. Okay. At least I got some, at least I'm getting some pieces that I can use. But yeah, like I make everything myself. And the keychains is actually the first time that I am getting anything manufactured. So that's nerve-wracking. So I was originally going to do keychains and enamel, no, not enamel pins, washi tape. I was going to do keychains and washi tape, but I've since decided just to do the keychains and kind of go all in with that, especially because now with the Pride events, I'm like, I don't know how many to order. Like originally I was going to only order like 10 per design. And then I'm like, wait, that's not going to be enough. But I also don't want to sit here and outlay like hundreds of dollars in terms of getting stock, especially because I have no idea how well they will sell or if they will sell in general. So I dropped the washi tape so then I could, so that way then I could buy a little bit more per each design. So instead of 10, I now got 17 per design, like 17 keychains per design, which is not a lot, but I think for right now it's as good as it's going to get. So let's, you know what, let's go back to Mondstadt and then look at the whoops, no, it's the correct button. Let's look at the artifacts that I got and see if any of them actually roll decently well. Part of me is like, I don't think half of these are going to roll well. Let's enhance this one. Is there anything that I want to feed it into? Anything at all? I don't know. I mean, like this is such a conflicting flower because it's like, yes, like it has 20% crit damage, but it also has like 21% defense. I guess I can probably do this one, this feather. Okay, let's enhance it. It's all right. What is it? Is it like the exact? Oh no, okay. It's definitely done a lot better. What is this? This one had 21. This one had 5% crit rates. Okay. So even though that it could have gone a little bit better, it is still better than what I had before. Fantastic. What else do I want to feed it into? What else? Oh, there's, I guess I can use all this. Let's hope that it goes into crit rates. Either crit rate or crit damage. I'm fine with either or, but mostly, I mostly want crit rates. Enhance. Ooh. Lovely. It dodged both. Well, unfortunately, it is still better than what I had before. And then this is definitely probably going to be a lot better than what I had. Like, do I have anything else that's crit rate and crit damage? No, I do not. Okay, well, let's also enhance this. I guess. I guess I can get rid of this one. Enhance. Woo! I mean, it went into crit rates. Or not crit rate, crit damage. Okay. Would like a little bit more crit rates. That would be lovely. 'Cause I'm like, I'm struggling with crit rates at the moment. It's the reason why I have her on a crit rate weapon. Okay. Okay. I love how Genshin's just like, yes, so this is a golden artifact. Because it went into 2 different substats, but only one of those substats I needed. The other one I didn't. And it sucks because unfortunately it is still better. It is still better than what I had before. Okay. What else? Do I have anything else? Doesn't need. Oh, I don't know why I thought that she was Geo for a hot second. I was like, oh yes, a Geo bonus. No, she's Cryo. I definitely need another crit damage circlet though. With crit rates. Okay. I don't think there's nothing else that I can do. Whoops, not that. Fair enough. I don't have Mavui. Sorry, I'm just like looking up the artifact set because I can't remember because I don't have her. Artifact set. So I think one of them gives crit rate, or is it crit damage? Yeah, so you can definitely get like 40% crit rate if you're using the Obsidian Codex artifact set. So then it's just about trying to get more crit rates. Trying to get both like crit damage and crit rates on all of your pieces. Because like I think what was it? It is because this one also gives crit rate as well. Crit rate is increased by 16. Math. That is 72, 73-ish for my Sandrone right now. But again, like it's just for me what I find is just trying to get both crit rate and crit damage, or potentially getting like at least like one artifact that's rolled like a couple rolls into crit rates. Yeah, it's definitely hard, especially when none of the artifacts wants to give you crit rates. But yeah, what was I doing? Oh, that's what I was doing. I wanted to do this. Is there any other pieces have both crit rate and crit damage that I could potentially use? There is. Okay. Let's level this one up. Oops, that's not it. What do I want to sacrifice? Let's sacrifice this one. Is it? No. See, like all of my rolls are missing crits or crit rates. I'm like, that's like the thing. I'm like, I just need like 1 or 2 of these pieces to just roll into crit rates. Just like even like once, like 1 roll into crit rate. That's like essentially all that I need, and then the rest can go into crit damage. Okay. Well, if that's the case, let's try this one and then see, and then kind of just compare what one's the better, what one's the best to level up fully. I think I can sacrifice this one. Enhance. See? That's what I'm talking about. It's like one roll into crit rates. Okay. So that is definitely, even though that I'm probably going to lose crit damage, that's definitely going to be better than what I currently have. So let me fully level this up. Here we go. Oh, what pieces do I want to sacrifice? Guess I could sacrifice these ones. I try to look for essentially like a lot of the artifacts that I tend to keep either have both elemental mastery and then ER or crit rate and crit damage. That's pretty much how I decide on what pieces to keep and what pieces to get rid of. As well as trying to take in consideration the actual artifact set and what characters use the artifact sets. Is there... Don't know. I also always try to keep the elemental damage bonuses regardless of whatever it has. I feel like those are always hard to get. And then also EM. I always keep EM around. I feel like all of this is like, oh, okay, never mind. I didn't have to do that. Oh, I was like, wait, I thought that it was full. Never mind. I was like, oh, I thought that it basically reached to max level, but no, the slots were just full. Okay, I see how it is. I feel like this is all just very slim pickings. What else? What else can I sacrifice? There we go. Yes. Oh my god, okay. That is like... That is really good. That is a really good off piece. I am losing like 2% in crit damage, but it honestly doesn't matter because I'm getting like an additional 3% in crit rates, and I'm getting elemental mastery as well. That's amazing. Oh, that is so good. Okay. Well, her build is definitely getting there. Still needs a lot of work. And at this point, I don't really know what weapon I want to give her. I mean, I mostly play with the shielder anyway, so I think Serpent Spine is a pretty decent choice. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But she's definitely getting there. Is there... Since I'm here, I might as well look at my Nicole briefly. I don't want to spend too much time because I definitely do want to start the event. If there's... Okay, so there's definitely some decent upgrades that I can give her. Okay, that is really good to know. So I will do that later. Yeah, I want to start the event. Oh, that's right. I also have the Witch's Lodge that I have to do too. Okay, well, that's for a later time. Let's go back to my exploration party. Like, I don't think. I think I can probably switch it
Who's
back
our
to
target
Yulon,
this time?
and then my
I'll
Navia.
take the lead today.
Sure. That looks good. Okay. Now let's start. I am super duper. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. I've tried my best to stay away from any sort of spoilers. So I've seen a few clips, but like nothing crazy. It's always like the first few seconds of the clip, and then I'm like, okay, let's scroll away so that I don't get spoiled. Yeah, I'm so excited to be back in Fontaine. I love Fontaine. Fontaine's like my favorite, one of my favorite nations, thus far. Here we go.
See? Told you they'd be here.
I'm so excited.
Xavier! Oh, and Shiori and Farina too!
Happy Fontainian Festival?
Ah,
I think that's what it
Hydro
says.
Archon above. If it isn't my darling camera operator and clapper loader. A very happy Fontanalia festival to you as well.
I'm guessing you came back to celebrate with us?
Yep. And how about two? Even though the last festival had some unexpected hiccups, making the film was still super
Oh,
fun.
that's right. I
Since
completely
you're all here
forgot
together
about.
like this, you must be planning on entering the competition, right?
I completely forgot about the last festival. Oh, that was such a good event. I think one of my favorites, actually. I especially loved the cutscene. The cutscene was amazing, and the story was really good. It was a really good like murder mystery story. In terms. But yeah, for Mavawika, at least from the website that I'm looking at, it does say to give her a pyro damage bonus, goblet. Majority of the time, unless you're meeting a certain stat requirement for like buffs. So majority of sub DPSs, I would say, probably need like an attack goblet or an HP goblet, but for most damage dealer characters, you would definitely want the elemental damage bonus goblet related to whatever element they are. And then I always suck when it comes down to building characters. Because it always takes me a minute to like balance out their substats and stuff. Because like most, I know that the website that I normally use has like okay. Yeah, yeah, but like I normally just go off of like whatever people tell me how to build a character, because my brain can't compute with like math and trying to figure out what stats everyone needs in order to do like fancy stuff. So yeah, I just normally go off of whatever, like I literally just look up best build for X character and then go off of the recommended stats or substats for those characters. Unless you want to do something different, even if you're playing her in a sub DPS role, it would be a pyro goblet. Because of the damage, the elemental damage goblets give more, if I'm remembering this correctly. Essentially, part of the reason why you don't want to use an attack goblet on most characters, especially damage dealing characters, is because because of what's known as like diminishing returns. So if you put too much attack on your character, they aren't doing as much damage as they could be if you give them a damage bonus. It's the same way with crit rate and crit damage. So which is part of the reason why I'm going and reworking a lot of my characters, is because yes, seeing a 200 or even like a 300% crit damage on a character is really, really cool. If your character only has like 60% crit rates, they're not going to be critting as often as they should in order to reach those big numbers. And it's the reason why you want to do a 1-to-2 ratio, because even though that you have a lot of crit damage on that character, it's diminishing returns. Like you're not going to deal as much damage as you potentially could if you like balance out their substats, which is also the reason why I'm going through and like reworking all of my characters, is because I'm like, I can balance out a lot of my character substats a lot better than what I was currently doing. And then that character is going to deal a lot more damage. And it's the same thing even like with elemental recharge. Like even if you feel like elemental recharge isn't an important substat, being able to burst like every rotation is super duper important, because that's extra damage that you could have that you wouldn't if you didn't back into ER. Yeah, it's a lot of that. It's just a lot of like, you don't want to have like a lot of diminishing returns on your character if you want them to deal like a lot of damage. But like of course, like if that's not your goal, then that's not your goal. You know, it's your character, build them how you want. But if you're struggling with damage outputs, definitely build the character a lot more well-rounded than just speccing all into one substats. It's harder. It's a lot harder, but like the character just feels a lot more better. Yeah. That's fair. Yeah. I mean, like play like if I mean, play the character how you want to play it. It's hard because I don't have Mavuikas, so it's like I don't even know what teams she's a part of or anything like that. But yeah, like I mean, you can definitely do, you were doing more elemental reactions. Yeah, and consulting the best build guide or build guide. Yeah, I mean it's definitely, if you're doing elemental reactions and probably getting, I would say probably like 200 to 300 EM on her, but don't quote me on that. That's just whenever it's just like, oh yeah, you can, this character can also trigger elemental reactions. Majority of characters kind of fall in that line. Yeah,
Of course! A celebration of the entertainment industry.
I love Farina so much.
No one who's anyone would choose to sit this one out. It only happens once a year, after all.
Fontaine Fashion Week might be more my speed, but the film festival brings in a lot of orders and boosts brand recognition, so I wasn't going to miss out either.
A few new awards have been added this year, too. Best Director,
Ooh.
Best Costume Design, oh, and Best Camera Operation.
Ooh, sounds like we've got work to do. Come on, tell us. What's Musketeer Pictures film gonna be about?
Oh, about that.
What's wrong, Xavier? What's with that look? Oh, man. You weren't scammed by some shady investor again, were you?
No. Even I'm not naive enough to fall for something like that again. Besides, thanks to the fine people here, Musketeer Pictures has more than enough funds to shoot without investors.
And
Woo.
yet problems persist.
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, we were planning to replicate our past success and shoot a film based on a popular novel. But as we were holding auditions for the female lead earlier today, a striking young mademoiselle wandered in by accident. Her disposition was simply ethereal, the look in her eyes somewhat melancholic. Oh, I wish you could have been there. The awe I felt can scarcely be put to words.
Interesting. Hold on. I want to review. So interesting that they brought up the word melancholic. Words pronunciation, not my forte apparently. I feel like we're starting to get more and more like quests, or like I feel like that word's being brought up more and more now, especially back in 6.5 with the Temple of Space. I don't know. I just heard that word and I was like, wait a moment. Okay. Very interesting. Sounds like she made quite the impression.
You had to be there, friend. No matter where she stood, it was as if her surroundings, even the air itself, turned into the perfect shot.
I love Fontaine's music. I'm just like, all I hear is like in the background is just like the song, and I'm like, oh.
Guess you found your lead actress then?
No, quite the opposite. My script is entirely unworthy of her.
Oh, interesting. I'm sure it's not that bad.
I fear it is. Nevertheless, I couldn't help but approach the mademoiselle to ask about her background and what brought her to Fontaine.
What did she say?
Sadly, she said her best friend was gone. After returning to her own homeland not too long ago, she decided to visit where her friend was from to remember them better.
Oh, no wonder she looked sad.
Oh, he must be talking about
Yes, but
Colabina.
that's what it struck me. Why not cast her as the lead in a film centered around her search for this old friend?
Huh?
Oh.
You're gonna rewrite the whole script? But is there even enough time? Isn't the prep work super complicated? We might not finish.
Think about the difficulties we faced with the two Musketeers. We had to start from scratch back then, too. I'd say we're ahead of the game this time.
Oh my god, this quest really makes me want to actually go back and at least like rewatch someone play the Two Musketeer quest because it was such a good event.
Guess so, but
Don't worry, Paimon. Shiori and I have evaluated the proposal, and we support Xavier's decision.
I won't really need to start on the costumes until the cast is finalized, so it's not too much extra work for me.
Oh, fair mademoiselles. How can I ever thank you?
Finishing the script would be a start.
You know, compared to a commercial popcorn flick, I do prefer the idea of shooting a more artistic film. One that leaves a profound and lingering impact in the hearts of the audience.
Mm-hmm. I agree. True trendsetters are the people who dare to go against the grain.
well, leave it to Director Farina to have a vision. Honestly, though, the artistic passion of everyone at Musketeer Pictures is inspiring. Anyway, now that we've heard so much about this lead actress, Paimon's gotta know who it is!
Ah, it's Calabita. Who could have guessed?
Columbina! What are you doing here?
Hello. I was just walking past when I heard you talking about me, so I came over.
That's fair. I mean, I love Shiori as a character, and even like her character design. I'm just not a huge fan of like a lot of different Geo characters. But yeah, she's definitely like a character that I would pull for if there was like no other character that I wanted. Because she just seems really fun as like a character. But yeah. Is there like a specific reason why you wanted like Shiori? Just off like just out of curiosity, like is it her gameplay or just like her character or whatever? Or like what? Yeah.
Huh? You know Miss Columbina?
Of course! Wait a second. Does this mean Columbina is the actress who inspired the whole rewrite?
Saviors, I think that's his name. I suck at names. And like remembering names. Reaction seems a lot more reasonable now, but a few things are starting to make sense.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Wait, so did you make the trip by yourself, Columbina?
Yes. I mentioned how I wanted to visit other nations once things settled down in Notcry, remember? So I went to the curatorium to ask Never for advice. She told me about the film festival in Fontaine and said it might be fun to visit. I spoke to Lauma before I left too, and she thought it was a great idea to get out for a bit. It's just, I received quite different travel advice from the two of them.
Oh? How so?
Well, Lauma told me to go out and experience new things and make new friends.
What a wonderful suggestion. That's how a trip should be.
What about Nefer?
She said, don't trust anyone and don't talk to strangers.
Yep, that sounds like her.
I can understand that too. It shows this Nefer cares about you a great deal, Miss Columbina.
Yes, so I plan on combining their advice. All I need to do is turn strangers into friends, and then I can talk to them.
Huh. That kinda makes sense, but also not.
Oh, that makes sense. I was like, when? Sorry, I low-key got distracted there for a hot second. But yeah, damn, that definitely does suck that you missed her and father. Yeah. I'm hoping that Arlecchino we'll get a rerun with Sneznaya because I feel like that makes sense. But we'll see. I know when Arlecchino oh, okay. I feel like Emily would be like one of the characters that I personally would like to get at some point. I feel like I tend to sometimes play a lot of burning, and Emily is like an enabler for that. And so she would definitely be like one of the characters where I'm like, oh, I have like extra primo gems and there's like no characters that are coming out that I want. Maybe I'll pull for her. But I feel like with how stacked Sneznaya is going to be, I don't think that there's ever going to be a point in time where I'm like, oh, there's no characters that I want. And yeah, like I definitely saw that people are leaking that Arlecchino is potentially going to be rerunning in 7.0. I didn't want to be like, oh yeah, like, you know, there's leaks, because sometimes people don't want to look at leaks, which totally mad respect for them. I am not one of them. I definitely look at least character like banner leaks. I never look at story leaks. I only look at character leaks. But yeah, if she Emily's design, I definitely get that. I feel like there's not a lot of contrast in Emily's design. Which is probably, I know, like, I don't mind her design. I don't hate it, but I also don't love it at the same time, which is probably part of the reason why she's not like as high on my pulling list. And then also, I've yet to do her character quest too. So that's like, I typically pull characters for their design, their character, and like their personality, and like their lore and story implications. And then their actual play kits, or like their kits. So since I don't really know much about Emily and her design is kind of like meh, she's not that high on the pulling list. But yeah, if it is confirmed that Arlecchino is rerunning in 7.0, I'm probably just going to save my wishes. And I'm debating on pulling for Odette. She looks so intriguing. She looks so intriguing. But yeah. I'm debating, I might end up pulling for Odette, but I would like to, if I can snag another constellation for Arlecchino, that would be wonderful. Because I know that I'm trying to slowly but surely C6 her over, like, Arlecchino over time. Definitely am not going to, definitely not going to pull for her weapon again. Like, I'm not going to, like, R5 her weapon. I just want to, I would just like to C6 her at some points, but definitely cannot do that all in one go. I have money, but not that kind of money. But yeah, it's because I was debating on potentially getting C1 Colabina, but I think I'll probably just save and potentially pull for Odette, and then see if I can snag another constellation for Arlecchino, if nothing changes. But I feel like it's pretty early within the leaks where sometimes banner rotations change, so I don't want to decide anything until the live stream, or until we get closer to the live stream. But yeah.
Hey, Chiori. Oh, look who's back. Happy Fontanalia Festival, you two.
Nice.
Looks like we have a superstar in our midst. How about an autograph, Big Shot?
Oh, that's also
Haha, very funny.
That's also the other thing. I'm really curious to know what characters they're going to hand out in terms of constellations for the weekly logins. I'm hoping that they will put some more of like the stronger characters on the Temper Thyself event. But yeah, I'm also going to get Hu Tao. I'm going to get C2 Hu Tao because I got C1 back when I first started playing the game. Yeah, so I'm going to get C2.
All settled then?
Yep, the Duke gave his blessing, and I cleared it with the Udex. During the festival, inmates with good behavior will get a chance to spend some time on the outside.
Under the stringent supervision of the Special Patrol, of course.
I know, it's just wishful
It's been
thinking.
a while. Happy Fontanalia Festival!
Does that mean Veronique and her brother will be at the festival?
During a specific window of time, sure. Doesn't hurt to give the inmates something to look forward to. A little sun'll do them some good, I think. This is a friend from your travels, I'm guessing. Thought I heard something along those lines.
Right! We should make some introductions, huh? Chevros, Risley, this is Columbina, a friend we met in Nocry.
Welcome to Fontaine, Miss Columbina. I bet the weather's been quite an adjustment.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And not the good kind, I take it.
No, I quite like it. It's a lot warmer than Nodcry.
Then what was the punch for?
Oh, should I not have done that? The flowers that bloom here are so vibrant, and the people are so kind. I just wanted to become friends as fast as possible.
Ah, so that was meant as a gesture of friendship. Is that right, Miss Columbina?
Mm-hmm. Isn't that what friends do?
Right.
Might have been probably
premature
not
in this
Columbina.
instance, though. Your friend here is quite the character.
I mean, she is a moon goddess, after all. It's also... I was going to say, like, it's also quite interesting that, the Columbina can just, like, walk out in, like, the, in the world and people not recognize that she's a Fatui, or she was part of the Fatui Harbingers, but then also, I don't think a lot of people seen her. So it kind of makes sense. She doesn't get out much.
Good thing we said something. You weren't seriously gonna go around punching every single person in Fontaine, were you?
No, just the ones I wanted to be friends with.
That's not... what Paimon's trying to say is, maybe keep the punches to a minimum until after you're friends with someone.
If you say so.
You're quite the character, Miss Columbina.
So, are we friends?
Of course. Any friend of the Traveler is a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Oh, Columbina's so cute.
When
Such
it
an
comes to
interesting
friends,
interaction.
You sure know how to pick 'em.
So Miss Columbina is the lead actress I've been hearing so much about. The whole thing about her aura is starting to make more sense.
You gonna be part of the film this time too, Chevros?
That was the plan. But now that Mr. Xavier has changed the direction, I don't think I'm in quite as many scenes. It's all for the best, though. A different crew asked me to help consult on some of their musket work.
Oh, sounds like our trusty musketeer is as popular as ever.
I'm just going where I'm needed. I'm more than willing to help with whatever this production needs as well.
Ah, well, speaking of, would you happen to know if there are scenic locations around the court of Fontaine that other crews haven't booked?
The festival's pretty popular this year, so there's not a lot left. You might just have
Yeah.
to talk it over with the other productions and see if they'll let you squeeze in here and there.
That makes sense. Like, I was trying to like think back, being like, was she on any missions? Like, I don't. And I feel like with like how like I would say like secluded Snezhnaya tends to be, or like how closed off Snezhnaya tends to be, kind of makes sense that no one outside of Snezhnaya would know her. I feel like if she was to walk around like the middle of Snezhnaya, then I feel like people would be raising a little bit more of an eyebrow. But and yeah, no, now that I'm thinking back, I'm like, oh yeah, no, it makes sense because she hasn't traveled anywhere, which is the whole point, is why she was in Fontaine. Okay. Brain is slowly making connections. Slowly but surely remembering why we're here in the first place.
See. Having trouble finding a filming location?
Yes, we made a last-minute decision to go down a different route, so the indoor locations we reserved are no longer a good fit. And it looks like all of the best outdoor spots have been taken.
You know, I might know a place. Good views, good atmosphere, and no production team has snatched it up.
That sounds perfect! Where is it?
You want me to reveal it just like that? Come on, let it be a surprise.
As much as that sounds riveting, I think we should divide and conquer. You go do that, and Director Farina and I will take Miss Columbina around the city to discuss lighting and styling. Is that all right with you, Miss Columbina?
I loved how Chiori delivered the last line. Not this one, but like the one before. That was peak. That was amazing. I could really feel the sass coming off of those words.
Traveler?
Go ahead. You can trust these people.
Everyone here is our friend. So don't worry about a thing and just focus on enjoying your trip.
Okay.
All right, then the Traveler and I will go check out this potential filming location. It might even give me some inspiration for the new script.
I'll leave this to the Duke then. Until later, everyone. Maybe we'll run into each other on set.
Okay then. Lead the way, Risley. Paimon's not built for suspense. Let's get this show on the road.
Me
Who
either.
said anything about roads?
I hate being in suspense. I'm like, I just want to know things like right now. Probably due to like anxiety reasons, but like if you tell me that like something's happening but don't give me the details, I'm like, wait. There's like a million thoughts that go through my head being like, well, what if it's this? What if it's that? And then I just spend the entire day like dwelling on it. And it could be both like good or bad. It's just like, don't leave me hanging. Don't leave me in suspense. Tell me. Want to know.
Huh?
Okay. Where to now? Ooh. To the ship. Thank God there's the teleports. Granted, we could swim in Fontaine, but like, still. I didn't feel like swimming all the way over there.
You brought the wingolette up to the surface?
I'm also so glad that we're seeing a little bit more of this boat in action. Especially with like how much like prep work went into this boat. And it's like, oh, we just saw it in like a 2-second cutscene, but like it probably took like years to build. So I'm glad that they're bringing it out of the basements and actually using it.
It'd make quite the grand backdrop for a film, don't you think?
Paimon's more focused on the fact that this thing is supposed to be underwater, inside the fortress of Mirapede.
True. And keeping up with the maintenance on a vessel this big is a lot of work. It takes a crazy amount of manpower just to keep it up and running.
Oh, Paimon kind of thought it just sat there until you needed it.
I wish it were that simple. The truth is, the maintenance costs on this thing are substantial, so we decided to rent it out during the festival to earn some extra mora. Besides, the inmates are the ones who keep it in good shape. Seeing the fruits of their labor put to use is a good form of social rehabilitation for them.
Huh. You've really thought this through. What do you think, Xavier? Is this a good place to shoot?
Ah, I've got it! Good messieurs and mesdemoiselles, I've got it!
Okay.
Gonna take that as a yes.
The beginning is the hardest part, and the opening of this film has been eluding me, but now I know just how it should start.
Glad to hear it.
Thanks for bringing us here,
Interesting.
Risley.
Don't thank me just yet. This isn't quite a done deal.
Huh? Not a done deal as in someone already rented it out? You said no other production teams had snatched it up.
This person isn't affiliated with a production team. The rental fee was high enough to scare off plenty of other film crews, but she didn't blink. Made quite the generous offer, and didn't even attempt to haggle.
Do you know what she plans to use it for? I'd like to at least have a rough idea before going in to negotiate.
I didn't ask for the details, but I did see what looked like a fishing permit and a business license on her desk.
Oh, interesting.
My guess is she's planning on using it for some kind of restaurant or aquarium.
Oh, that's
A
right.
restaurant is sure to attract people, but an aquarium sounds cool too. The views from the ship make it a great spot for a date.
The winglet might not be under my command right now, but it's always nice to see her admired.
A film is sure to drum up some good publicity as well. I do hope we can work something out with the current captain.
Well, guess we should head over and talk things out then.
Best of luck.
I forgot that this event was managing like an aquarium. I was like, wait, an aquarium? Like, oh yes. This is not just Sandrone's story quest. It's the actual event.
Wow! The winglet seems even bigger up close. The rooms are so spacious. Wonder who rented it out.
If I had to take a guess, it's probably Sandrone. Unless I'm completely wrong.
Perhaps the captain had business to attend to elsewhere.
But why rent such a massive boat just to have it sit here without even leaving so much as a note? Let's try again. Anyone there? Hello?
Seriously? Right now?
Oh, it's Solali? Interesting.
What is it gonna take to get some decent sleep around here? Is a nap too much to ask for? Sorry, the aquarium's closed for the... Huh?
Ooh.
See Lolly?
Traveler! Paimon! Hold on.
I love that they're getting way more
This is just
expressive.
Great! How am I gonna go out dressed like this? What happened to my regular clothes? The wash! I put them in the wash after I drank too much and fell into the fountain. Oh, this can't be happening! Am
Oh
I seriously gonna go out like
my
this?
god.
Think we might have caught her at a bad time.
Oh, that is so cool. Oh my god, I love how expressive that was. That was like a mini cutscene in like in the dialogue. That was amazing. Oh my god. I really hope that they keep doing that. I don't necessarily know if I want like all of the characters to be that expressive all the time. But definitely like have it sprinkled in a little bit here and there, especially just to kind of like break it up from just all the characters standing around. That was so good, and that was like so fluid as well. Oh, that was cool.
I don't want to hear it.
Hear what?
A single word about what I'm wearing. No comments, none. Is that clear?
Oh, yep. Crystal.
What's wrong with it? It looks good.
Huh? You think so?
Of course, they still share thoughts.
No, wait, I told you not to say anything.
I didn't.
Then what was... her thoughts. I heard her thoughts. How could I forget about that?
I love how
This is so
expressive Solali is on
embarrassing.
this.
I seemed a little too pleased to get that compliment, didn't I? Wait, the mind reading went both ways. Does that mean the traveler's hearing all this too?
I didn't hear a thing.
You clearly did.
Like I'm just like waiting to like see her entire outfit.
Emma's not following.
Before like I
Nothing,
comment on
it's
it.
nothing.
Like straight
Let's just
on,
move
but like
on. Did you need something?
like her outfit's so cute. I also love that it's a pajama set, especially given her skill and like her floating on a pillow. I think that her having a pajama set just makes the most amount of sense. I feel like if any other character had a pajama set, it would probably feel a little bit off-putting. But I think that it fits really well with her character. It looks so good. I especially love the back, like the hairstyle. Like, and I think from what I was able to briefly see, it looks like the ponytails are almost like in a shape of a bow, which I think is so adorable too. Like, all of it's so cute. Am I going to pay money for it? No. I don't typically buy character skins. The only character skin that I bought was Yulan. And that's just because I main Yulan, and I definitely and I also think well, one, I really liked her outfits. But them tying character model upgrades, like upgrading the hair, and some of that stuff was also part of the reason why I pulled, like kind of updating the character model, is also part of the reason why I got Yulan's outfits. But other than Yulan, I didn't even get Hu Tao's outfit, which Hu Tao is one of my favorite characters as well. But yeah, I think it's definitely cute. But yeah, I think out of all the character outfits so far, Solali's would definitely be up there in ones that I would get if I wanted to spend money on it. But I'm like, in all honesty, if I'm going to spend money, I'd much rather get polls to get a new character than get a character skin, unless it's for a character that I love and that are like that's always going to be on my party, so that way then I can enjoy the character in the skin.
You're not here alone, I see.
Hello, I'm Xavier.
Yeah, I love the back
a
of the
film
hair.
director
It's
and
so
producer
adorable.
From Fontaine. I meant to introduce myself sooner. I just didn't want to interrupt.
No wonder we ran into each other in Fontaine of all places. You must also be in town for the festival then.
That's right. we're helping Xavier with his film. In fact, we were hoping to shoot some scenes on this boat. You're the one who rented it out, right, Seed Lolly?
Me? Rent a boat? I wish I had that kind of spare cash floating around. Not to mention the spare time.
Yeah, then that definitely makes sense to get her outfit, especially if she's going to be on your party with Mavuika. That way then you can like enjoy it when you swap to her. Yeah.
Don't get the wrong idea though. I'm not here to sail off into the sunset and live out some cushy retirement life, okay? I'm not that old.
Then why you dress like...
Oh. Come on, don't go there.
Aboard the Wingolette?
Well, I heard one of my favorite light novels was getting turned into a film, so I came to Fontaine to catch the premiere.
Yeah, so about that, unless it's a different
Originally,
film.
I booked a room near the Opera Epiclese, but I'm quite particular about where I sleep these days. I think it's an age thing. And that bed? Oh, I just couldn't sleep in it. I tried to find a different hotel, but with the festival, everything was completely booked. Just as I was worried I'd have to sleep under a bridge or something, I happened to spot a help wanted sign on the side of the road.
Oh,
Interesting.
So you're here to take care of the boat?
No, I was hired to man the front desk. The pay is a bit low, but food and drinks are covered. And it includes room and board during the festival. Plus, the job is simple. So I thought I'd give it a shot.
Wow. They actually thought you'd be a good fit, huh?
What?
Come on.
You don't think I'm cut out for it? All I have to do is tell people the aquarium isn't open yet. Other than that, I'm free to do whatever I want. It's a pretty sweet gig.
That's all?
Yeah, I was also kind of shocked. But it's not a lie. Head downstairs and see for yourselves. There's nothing but empty tanks. Not a marine animal in sight.
Did your boss mention anything about being open to film crews using this space? Our production was hoping to film on the deck for a few scenes.
No. That never came up. You could just ask her.
Oh, she's around? What kind of person is she? We should know what we're heading into.
She's nice enough, I suppose. Pretty reasonable, too. Even offered for me to move to a bigger cabin if I was too cramped. Back at the Masters of the Nightwind, I'm used to being the one giving orders. But working under her doesn't feel like being bossed around. She seems to respect what I think.
Wow, she sounds like a great boss.
She did tell me she'd rather not be disturbed, though. She's been working on an important project, so I'd keep it brief.
Got it. Thanks for the heads up.
All right, the captain's quarters are this way. I can take... Wait. But I'm wearing... whatever. I doubt she'll care. Just follow me. Miss Guillotin? These visitors were hoping to ask you about something.
Guillotin? Interesting name. Oh, I'm so excited.
I thought I said to limit the interruptions.
I'm so excited to see the
Just
reaction
tell
to
them the
seeing
aquarium
Sandrone
is
like
still-
actually alive.
Sandrone, you're here?
Sorry, I was just like, the Traveler speaks in this? It always throws me for a loop. I'm so used to the Traveler not speaking, and it like I know that it's been like essentially a year since they started to have more voice lines for the Traveler, but every time that the Traveler speaks, it always takes me aback, being like, oh my god, you actually have a voice? Every single time, because I'm so not used to it. But like, I'm glad that they at least had the Traveler voice that line, because I feel like it was a very, very, very important line too.
Huh? You know each other?
No.
Hey, Sandrone? Do you still remember us? Everyone was so upset after what happened. We all missed you so much.
I was like, no, 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 we totally don't know each other. It's not like she took a blade to the heart for us or anything and died for us. No, no, no. Of course, we don't know her.
Miss Seat Lolly, why don't you escort this gentleman to the reception area for a cup of tea? I have something to discuss with these two in private.
Ah, I see. Right this way, Mr. Xavier.
So Lolly's just like, what? What is their connection? What's going on?
I really can't go anywhere without running into you two, can I?
Are you okay? During the battle, your core, it was...
I also feel like the voice acting, especially for the Traveler, feels like it's getting a lot better. Like I feel like there's a lot more emotion being put into the lines as well. Which is amazing. This makes me like all of this like improvement makes me really excited to see what they're cooking up in Snezhnaya.
Destroyed by that bastard Dottore. That's right. But as you can see, I'm fine now. No major issues. Or at least, there shouldn't be.
Oh, what a relief! Why didn't you tell us sooner? Or come back to see your friends?
Now that I have the chance, I just want to say... Thank you for saving me.
Oh.
Huh? Don't get the wrong idea. I only saved you so we could complete that formula and defeat Dottore once and for all. Even if he did crawl back from the grave to make us all miserable again.
That doesn't matter. You're still a hero.
All right. But it wasn't just me. All I did was lend my brilliant mind to the cause and take care of one part of the plan. Although, I'm not denying it would have fallen apart without me.
You got that right. You're amazing. But how did you go from a, you know...
From a lifeless pile of scrap to looking like this?
Well, my mom was trying to put it a bit more gently, but... yeah.
Where do I even start?
Ooh. I'm also very curious to know how all these events unfolded.
Curse it all! Where am I? Did we do it? How much time has passed? I'm not in one of that lunatic's experimental labs, am I? Wait, Fontanian decor. Books from the Research Institute. Phew. One thing at a time. Initiate self-diagnostics. Assess the extent of the damage. Cut power to compromised, non-essential components. Then reconstruct available action modules. Severe damage to the core. Dottore, you bastard. Polonia? Polonia, wake up! Activate!
Aww.
You're in even worse shape than me. Internal gears and energy circuits are barely intact. Extreme damage to the core, just like me. Rebooting is off the table. Even if I could repair the damage, I don't know if... You used up all your critical energy in those final moments, didn't you? To protect the core of that guy in the hat, and the numerological array. Wait, the array. Yes! The prototype is still here. But can I even run it in this state? Whatever. I have to try. I just need to confirm one thing. Activate the numerological array. Connect the computing core to my body.
Interesting.
Just like I thought. It needs too much computing power. Cut off power supply to all functions except the thinking module. Please. I just need to ask one question. Initiate query regarding the 3 moon sisters. How many living moon goddesses are there in possession of the Trilunar Authority?
Oh.
1. It worked. You did it, Columbina. You made it back.
Oh, that's actually that's so sweet and so sad. Like she's like she just wanted, like, the first thing she wanted was to know if her friends were okay. Oh.
But how did I survive? The self-diagnostics showed damage severe enough to shut me down for good. What triggered the reboot? A built-in message? Only visible after a
interesting.
reboot. The final gift. Alen! Were you the one who gave me the second chance? But why now? What activated it? What is that? A vision? Wait, no. It's a stellar linchpin?
Interesting.
A stellar linchpin? What's that?
Yes. Give me more information.
Vision. As for what causes one to manifest, well, that's still unknown. But in Snezhnaya, or in Afatui's research at least, it's believed to have some connection to the third descender.
The third descender? We knew his remains were used to create the Gnosis, but this is the first we're hearing about a stellar linchpin.
You knew about the remains? Right, of course. Look who I'm talking to. Yes, the Heavenly Principles used the remains of the third descender to create the 7 Gnosis as a means to consolidate the Archon system. Visions result from that same system, so extrapolating from there, it's clear that the manifestation of a vision is also, to some extent, related to the third descender.
Oh.
Still following?
Interesting.
For those that wield them, visions serve as a means to channel elemental power. The same is true of stellar linchpins. The difference is that, when wielding elemental energy, stellar linchpin users often exhibit a unique kind of power that seems to come from beyond to that. It's believed that, when a stellar linchpin manifests, impurities from the remains of the third descender get fixed in place. Hence, the name. That's also believed to be the source of the strange power I just mentioned.
Interesting. So, like, in that case, I'm trying to think of, like, the hierarchy in this case. would the Gnosis not also display that kind of strange power too? But like the way that I'm reading it, it's basically you have the visions, and then you have the stellar linchpins, and then you have the Gnosis. If I'm thinking that correctly. Huh.
We've
Fascinating.
heard that visions can appear when someone has a really strong wish or desire. Stellar linchpins sound kind of similar, so does that mean...
Huh? Oh, don't look at me like that. I've never had any grand wishes or aspirations. Just a list of things that drive me up the wall. So if you're asking why this thing appeared, I have no clue. All I know is that without it, the gift Alen left me, this built-in second chance, never would have triggered.
Oh.
The damage to my core was too severe.
Interesting.
But thanks to the Stellar Linchpin's manifestation, it did trigger. And after my core rebooted, I was able to repair the damage to my body. I also managed to import the numerological array, along with some of Polonia's surviving algorithms, into this form.
Wait, does that mean Polonia is...
Yes. Unfortunately, Polonia is... beyond repair.
Oh.
Oh, we're so sorry to hear that. But you also mentioned something about a final gift?
Yes. Alen often spoke to me about wishes and desires when he was alive. I suppose he thought there might come a day when I wished for something, and was willing to sacrifice my own life to fulfill it. So he left me a chance to start over.
You know, all of this makes me actually want to go back and either A, replay the oh, I cannot pronounce the words. But the world quest that all of this is related to, especially now with all this added information, because I feel like I played the world quest so long ago. I mean, it's been like 2 years, 3 years. Yeah. Pretty much like 2 years since I've played, since I went through and like explored Fontaine and like also did the world quests. I don't know, part of me is like, I feel like I want to go back and like replay it because I feel like there's so much more information now that I feel like would make more sense with what we have now. I feel like maybe like some of the things that like I didn't fully understand or didn't fully click with me when I first played the quest. Because I think back then I wasn't that into the lore. Like I knew some of it, but not as much as I know now. So I feel like I would definitely get a lot more out of the world quest now if I was to replay it versus when I played it before. I don't know. This gift, you never knew about it?
No, never. Alen once said I was his proudest masterpiece. That might sound boastful coming from me, but it's also an undeniable fact.
Also, I am kind of sad that Polonia? I think that's how you pronounce it. I always think that I know how to pronounce words and then I actually go and say it and then it's like mouth does not want to move in the way that it should to pronounce these words. But yeah, I'm kind of sad that he's not a part of Sandrone's kit. Like I do wish that there was still like a part of him that was involved with her kit, even if it's not like, oh, she has like this big giant robot beside her. anymore. All I'm thinking of is I was going to say something from Danganronpa, but I'm like, or Danganronpa 2, but I'm like, if people want to play that through that game, I'm like, it's a spoiler because it's very, very far into the game. So I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say what it reminds me of. But yeah, like even just like having like a little like a mini version of him by her side or something would have been I think like a nice touch, being like, oh yeah, like, you know, this crazy thing happened to this robot, and yes, like he didn't survive enough, or like the components were too damaged for her to like fully rebuild him, but at least she was able to reuse some stuff. And like, I don't know. I kind of, it just sucks that he's not by her side anymore.
After Alen died, I started studying how Polonia and I worked.
Polonia. That's how you pronounce it.
It's essentially a computational machine, so it wasn't difficult to figure out the mechanical principles there. But when it came to my own structure, that's when Alen, the Lord Artificer's true greatness, struck me once again. I attempted to imitate it when I created Catherine, but in the end, she turned out to be nothing more than a superficial replica.
What? But his creation skill, Catherine, is super impressive. We were shocked when we first found out she was a puppet.
True.
No, she's nothing compared to what Alen was able to create. Some of the mechanical principles of my own core are still a complete mystery to me. Keeping that gift hidden wasn't even a challenge for him. Just a shame I had to waste it on fighting Dottore. I just couldn't stand the thought of him coming out on top.
You gave the world a second chance. It wasn't a waste.
If you put it that way, the world owes me a whole lot then, doesn't it?
Wait, but all this still doesn't explain what you're doing here. Risley said you rented the ship and even had some kind of fishing permit?
That's because I'm trying to go back to the place Alen and I lived when he was alive. My former home, I suppose you could say. The second chance wasn't the only part of the gift. According to the message, Alen left me a few other things that are stored in the house we shared together. I'm hoping that whatever he left me can help fix certain anomalies in my rebooted core. And help me understand why I received a stellar linchpin in the first place.
Okay, so go back then. What does that have to do with fishing?
And to think I'm talking to the saviors of Fontaine. Did you forget that the water levels have been rising for centuries? I can't just go back to the place I used to live because now it's underwater.
Oh, right.
True. But like, if everything's underwater, is everything actually going to be intact, or is like there just going to be a major water damage?
With the rising water levels and changes in terrain, it's not just a matter of finding where it is, but also clearing away any sediment or debris. But Fontaine law prohibits unauthorized individuals and organizations from excavating underwater ruins. Amelazine caught me the minute I even made an attempt.
Why not apply for authorization then?
And face the endless slog of Fontainian bureaucracy. No thanks. Besides, I'm a Fatui harbinger. The diplomatic implications alone would be enough to give the gestionnaires at the Palais Mermonia a headache.
I was going to say, like, she probably can't freely move around in Fontaine, like, simply because she is a Fatui harbinger.
A fishing permit, on the other hand, isn't difficult to obtain at all. Minimal paperwork required, and under the name Guillotin, the application was a cinch.
So you're exploiting a legal loophole?
Am I?
Makes sense.
That underwater home belongs to me. If I happen to chance upon it while doing some fishing, What's the issue with that? Of course, I do have to catch some fish to put in the aquarium, just in case the gestionnaires come to check up on things. That's also the reason I hired someone to man the front desk.
Oh, so like the aquarium is all just like a cover for her to try to get everything from her home.
Huh?
That's actually kind of smart.
He went to all the trouble of getting a business license and rented out this giant ship. Just for show?
Sure, why
If you
not?
want to run an aquarium that bad, be my guest. Use the facilities however you want. I'm certainly not going to stop you. All I want is to go back home and see what other gifts Alain wanted me to inherit. Hold on. Enough about me. What are you two even doing here?
I like how it's taken her this long to ask that question.
Seriously? They've been in there forever. The reaction when they saw each other was strange, to say the least. You're lucky I was nice enough to leave the room and give them some space. Back in the Masters of the Nightwind, I'm the one who gets to kick people out. I just want to know what they're talking about. Should I cast a little eavesdropping spell? No, what am I thinking? I'm Granny Eastly, the great shaman of the Masters of the Nightwind. I can't do something like that. This is just ridiculous. Making me wait out here for so long? Where's their respect for their elders?
Oh, here they are.
I loved that so much. That was so funny. I like how... I was going to say, like, I like how Solali is more... yeah, sorry. I was just like... I feel like before Solali was more of just a, like a drunk elder, who gets jealous of the traveler being with other people. And I feel like they're kind of, expanding upon her character a little bit more, especially within this event. Yeah, like it's... like, I don't feel like it's just purely out of jealousy though. Like, I feel like there's a part of her that is just very nosy and kind of just wants to know what's going on, or like why the traveler reacted the way that they did when seeing Sandrone, which I like a lot more than her just being jealous of Sandrone. So it feels a lot less one note. And yeah, like I actually haven't gone swimming with Sandrone yet. But I like if she doesn't jump out of the water, I would be very like, I'm kind of shocked-ish. Oh, yeah, that's also the other thing is that they change stuff between the different travelers. Yeah, I think for me it's just it doesn't feel so one note. It feels like there's more layers than just her being jealous, but maybe that'll change over time. I don't know. But yeah, like I would be like, I'm kind of surprised that they don't have Sandrone jumping out of the water like all of the other. I mean, I was just kind of like thinking, I'm like, is it specifically the people that use... I haven't actually paid that much attention. Is it specifically people who are part of Fontaine, or the people that use Fontaine's visions? Because like, she doesn't have a Fontainian vision. That might be the reason why she doesn't jump out of the water like all the other Fontainians. But I don't know.
Were you back there arguing or something? What took you so long?
Sorry, it's kind of complicated.
The two of you are already acquainted with Miss Guillotin, then?
Oh, yep. But don't worry, we got everything sorted. Sanjurne agreed to let us shoot on the ship, but it has to be when she's not here.
When she's not here?
That's right.
You'll excuse me if I didn't exactly ask for this little reunion. I wasn't planning on seeing anyone. Like I said, my core is severely damaged. Even with the gift, there are anomalies that are making things unstable.
I wonder what the anomalies
I
are.
don't even know if I can continue to function without issues. So the priority is to fix these anomalies and get answers to my own questions. Then, I can see the people that need seeing.
I mean,
Anyway, just let Sanjurne
there.
know when you plan to film
I just
Xavier,
feel
and
like
steer clear.
I just feel like she should just send a letter to like some of the people. Like at least then she doesn't have to meet them in person. But it's like, hey, you know, I'm alive, I'm doing okay, don't worry about me. See you when I can. Instead of letting people think that she's still dead.
I do hope I'm not causing Miss Guillotin too much trouble.
No! She just wants to keep a low profile for her own, complicated reasons. She doesn't want anyone else to know she's here.
Understood. I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
Oh, and see Lale?
Huh?
She wants to talk to you.
You mean Miss Guillotin? What does she want? Oh, please don't let it be about the pajamas.
What? The seventh of the Fatui Harbingers?
Why are you telling me all this?
I asked the Traveler about you, and I've decided it's best to be open in this instance. I can understand if you would rather not work for a Harbinger. Regardless, the room on the ship is yours to keep. You're an acquaintance of the Traveler, and I plan to honor that.
Wait, she's actually nice? It's not a problem. The captain also worked for the Fatui, and he helped Natlan a great deal. We know that there are good people among your ranks. Besides, I've been around long enough to know what it means to earn one's keep. This isn't Natlan, and I don't expect special treatment. Besides, sitting at a desk isn't exactly back-breaking work.
I appreciate that perspective, Great Shaman.
Seat Lolly. Just call me Seat Lolly. That title makes me sound so... old.
Well, Seat Lolly, the Traveler and I are looking for something, so we'll be heading underwater together soon. I'll leave the ship in your care while we're gone.
Together? How often?
Now the jealousy is coming into play.
But I'll be available if you need something.
You couldn't, go alone?
I wanted to, but she was concerned about my physical well-being, so she offered to come with.
Guess my mental well-being means nothing then.
Huh?
Nice. Okay. Need to head underwater. Ish. Maybe. I was like, where's the front door? There's the front door. Or no, never mind.
All right. Our first stop is the Barrel region. After Alain left the Fontaine Research Institute, he lived in seclusion somewhere around there.
Oh, this is probably like a special mode then. Okay, let's go. I'm assuming. Yes, it is.
Huh. This place has changed a lot. Guess I really have been gone for a long time. Let's look around and see what we can learn. Oh, don't forget to catch a few to take back. We need to keep up appearances, remember?
Nope. Do I just have to go up? Oh, I just have to go up to get it. Whoops. I love how they're doing like that they're using the aquarium as an undercover story. Like, yes, we're starting an aquarium in Fontaine. Like, no biggie. Fine. I'm definitely enjoying this quest so far. It's definitely...
Poisson isn't too far from here, right? It's all a bit nostalgic, I guess. Back when I lived here, all this was still above water.
I was like, I also like how now that they're underwater, their voices are all echoey. It's such a cool effect. Even like when Paimon does it, it's very interesting. But yeah, like I'm enjoying the quest so far. It's both lighthearted, but also tackles some lore that I'm really excited to learn more about. And I'm excited to learn more about Sandrone as well. So, but it's also like lighthearted. It's also lighthearted, which is really fun.
All right. I have a general understanding of the terrain changes and sediment accumulation. We can stop here for now.
I also cannot wait to get to the point where we're managing the aquarium. Because I know that back when I was playing Star Rail,
smoother than expected. I appreciate the help.
Back when I was playing Star Rail, they had a lot of management type events, and those tend to be really, really fun. And I know that there's been a few managing type events in Genshin, namely the alchemy events. I honestly can't remember when. And then I know that there was also the, I want to say like the film festival event. Like an amusement park event or something like that as well in Fontaine. That was really fun. So I'm looking forward to starting the gameplay.
No problem. You doing okay though, Sandrone? Seeing your home look nothing like you remember, that can't be easy.
I'm fine. Times change. People change. That's the one thing you can actually count on. I made peace with that a long time ago. You should head back and put them in the aquarium tanks. We finished ahead of schedule, so your crew is probably still on the ship. I'll follow in a bit.
Right. Xavier said he was gonna test out a couple of shots.
Sure you don't want us to come with?
I'm sure. I want to take another look around on my own.
Okay
Ooh,
then.
interesting.
Want us to let you know when the filming is done?
No need. Columbina relies on Kuvaki to perceive her surroundings. In Nodcry, her senses are heightened because Kuvaki is everywhere. But here, as long as she doesn't activate her abilities, her range of perception should be equivalent to an average person's line of sight.
I like how it just
I
like
figured that out back in
glitched, like the water just
Snezhnaya.
glitched there for a hot second.
Oddly specific.
I have hiding from her down to a science. So, what? Things might be a bit different now that she's merged with the Moon Sisters, but I doubt there's been a drastic change. The point is, you two can head back. Don't worry about me.
Okay, if you say so. Come find us on the ship if you need anything.
And nice. I'm definitely looking forward to the second part then.
What did you leave for me, Ellen?
Especially in regards to like Sandrone and her story.
Did you make it so I would have to?
Oh my, like Solali's like friends or like stuffed animal friends, that is so adorable. Oh, I love Genshin's menus so much. Okay. So mission. What else? Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. I was like, wait, there's the witches stuff, and then I'm like, wait, there's buffs for characters. That's also something that I have to do too. Okay, so let's... Oh, I cannot wait to unlock Charlotte's outfit. It looks so cute. Okay, there's that. This is there we go. There's all the rewards. So I'm definitely going to have to collect at least 30 more beetles. That's going to be fun. But at least it's not, at least I don't have to collect 60. Okay. And then this is the gameplay. Wow, there's a lot. Okay. Let's... I think so that I don't actually accidentally trigger these when I'm playing through the quest, I think I'm just going to get these started, and then I think what I'm probably going to do is, whoops, get these started, just kind of like do the quest, and then finish part 1 of the main quest, and then kind of in between each main quest, do a little bit of this, just to kind of like break things apart. Okay. With that being said, let's go back here.
Quiet
I was
on
going to
set.
say, like,
They're filming over there. Oops, sorry.
when the camera's rolling, you don't say anything.
What's your take, Detective? Bullet wound to the chest. Gunpowder residue on the clothes. The victim must have been shot at close range.
You think it was someone they knew?
Yes. It's possible the suspect arranged for them to meet at this very spot.
A reasonable deduction. But you're overlooking a crucial clue.
Yeah, like, not even joking, I low-key want to just make Charlotte's outfit just to wear on an everyday occurrence. Probably not like not all of the accessories and the stuff, but like the skirts, and the shirts, and even like the little capelet, like those would be like something that I would wear on a day-to-day occasion. It's so cute.
What?
The victim's pocket watch is missing.
Oh no.
And cut.
Not the pocket watch.
Good work, everyone. Phew, finally.
Acting was nerve-wracking for me when I first tried it too. Just loosen up, and you'll get used to it in no time.
Chevres! Charlotte!
Oh, hello there, you two.
You're filming here too? Oh, so Charlotte's crew must have been the one that asked you to help out, huh, Chevres?
Yep. They heard about a potential filming location and wanted to come check it out.
But when we got here, your crew had already beaten us to it. Luckily, Xavier and our director, Lapine Pauline, go way back. In the end,
we agreed to just share each other's filming locations.
Considering all the last-minute changes, that's just what Musketeer Pictures needed.
For sure! Based off the scene just now, you must be the star of the film, Charlotte!
You bet! This detective costume really suits me, don't you think?
Oh, for sure. You're already right at home lurking in the shadows taking pictures of this and that. Add a notepad and you're practically method.
Thanks, Miss Chiori. I appreciate the compliment.
That didn't sound much like a compliment to Paimon.
So this is a film set? It looks like a very happy place.
This must all be quite new to you, Miss Columbina.
Yes. I watched a few films with a friend once, but she thought there was no point if I wouldn't open my eyes. So she stopped inviting me.
Oh.
Looks like I missed out on a lot.
Well, now you get to make up for it.
True. But being an actor seems like a tough job.
Huh? Most people would swap lives with an actor in a heartbeat.
Really?
The lifestyle is so glamorous, and the pay is more than generous.
I was going to say pay, sure, but like... I was like, does everyone wants to be like in front of a camera? And then I'm like, wait, I'm streaming. I'm in front of the camera. Oh my god, okay. Oh my god. Wow, how the turntables have turned, or whatever the saying is. I keep getting it mixed up where it's just like there's one saying and then there's like a meme of the saying, and then I get both of them mixed up. But yeah, I guess everyone wants to be an actor.
But they have to act out lives that aren't their own, with the whole world watching on in judgment. If they don't do it justice, it must feel like they're letting people down.
I feel very called out at this moment.
That's exactly how it feels. This young lady has quite the unique perspective. Well, that's true. But these actors are here because they want to be and they think it's fun. Most of them, at least.
Not to mention, the film we're shooting is based entirely on you, Miss Columbina. You just need to be true to yourself.
I don't have to pretend to be someone I'm not?
Not at all. Authenticity is what we're after. For example, this first scene opens with you on the boat, sailing to your friend's homeland. You just need to think about that moment in the story and picture how you would feel.
Oh, okay.
We're all here? Wonderful! Let's head to the deck and get shooting. Oh, and this is for you, dear Paimon. Your clapperboard.
Whoa! Is this the same one Paimon used for the Two Musketeers?
The very same.
Aw,
I saved it
that's
just
so
for you.
cute.
Thanks, Xavier! Feels like being reunited with an old friend.
Did you keep my camera too?
Of course! That said, I have a different job in mind for you this time, Traveler.
What is it?
Our film is focusing on a single protagonist, so conveying the subtle changes in her state of mind is of the utmost importance. In addition to the actor's own performance, another way we can convey that is through lighting.
Ooh, we get to be the lighter.
There's already a lighting specialist, isn't there?
Yes, but it's clear the Traveler and Miss Columbina share a deep bond. You might have a better chance of understanding her frame of mind in certain scenes.
Ooh.
Oh, that makes sense.
So, what do you say? Willing to take on the role of lighting specialist?
Gladly.
It's settled! I leave the job of translating our leading lady's inner thoughts in your capable hands.
Okay, what am I doing? I wanted to do... Management commission. Okay. Okay, so I assume that I just have to continue playing the story or just go over here. Maybe I got trapped in that before coming down. That's probably what it was.
Paimon's having a bunch of fun filling up this aquarium.
Yes.
Since Sandroni doesn't mind, we should definitely catch some more fishies and make this place extra beautiful.
Hey, you two. Come over here.
Huh? Is everything all right?
Here. This is for you.
What is it?
It's an underwater mobility device I've been working on.
Ooh.
Huh? Wow. It's so kind of you, Sandrone.
It's just a simple mechanical device. I saw the way you were catching fish and... how should I put this? It seemed somewhat unsophisticated. To be perfectly frank, I found it quite difficult to watch.
Fair enough. It was definitely quite
Is it
difficult to
really
catch
that
some
bad?
too.
It was inefficient, unskilled, and completely and utterly inelegant.
I'm sorry we subjected you to that.
No need to apologize. Everyone has their own ways of doing things. But seeing as you plan to keep adding to the aquarium, it might be best if you use this device. The waters of Fontaine are home to more than just harmless ornamental fish. There are plenty of predators who could do you some real harm. This device will not only help you fish, it'll also help you flee.
Ooh. Like, speaking of fishing, I still need to fish for the catch. I swear, every time that I'm like, okay, now's the time that I'm going to actually start fishing for it. I think that I started fishing for it. I've tried fishing for it like 3 separate times, I believe. And I think like I get through maybe 2 or 3 days of fishing, and then I'm like, yeah, no, I'm done. I'll take like a little bit of time off, and then 6 months later, and it's like, oh wait, I still need to do that. Whoops.
All right.
And now this is just like reminding
and
me
if
that
you're
I have
going for a
yet to
swim,
actually catch,
Go now.
do the
And
catch.
don't forget to tell me what you think of the device. I can always make more adjustments if you have any feedback.
I think I fished. I know that I got the pipe. I don't know if I got, ooh, okay. Your main objective is to defeat and capture rare, dangerous creatures, as well as look for more precious collectibles and surface time. Ooh. Okay. Whoops. Ah. I see. I see what I'm doing. If I can actually hit them. But yeah, like, I believe that I caught the pipe. There we go. And I just need to just do the refinements for it. Oh my god, can I actually hit these? That would be lovely. Yeah, there we go. Here we go. Okay. Feel like that shouldn't been as hard as it was. Hey, how's it going? I'm just playing through the new event. I currently am doing a little bit of the aquarium stuff, and then I'll go back to actually playing through the story, because I would like to try to get most of the story done today if possible. Yeah. Whoops. Here we go. Okay, is there... Oh, interesting. Okay. Is there... Oh. Still getting the hang of this. I feel like there's so many different things that I need to be looking at. Okay. Nice. Oh, and then I should add... Okay. I was like, that's not what I wanted. I didn't want to search for that. I wanted to grab the crabs first, but sure. Is there... Inventory? That's insane. That's crazy. I know that people like do it from like different areas in Tevat, and then like they'll like watch the arrow fly from like one side of Tevat all the way to like the other side, and it's quite beautiful. I can't believe that they can snipe Timmy's birds from the moon though. That's crazy. Huh. I don't want to go through that actually. I want to search. Whoops. Whoops. That's so not what I want. Oh, okay. So there's not enough. Is there? I guess that I can... How do I want to do this? I guess I can discard that and then add this. What else do I want to discard? I think maybe discarding some of the lesser valued items would probably be a much better start. I can move you over here. I guess I can discard that and then move you over here. Oops, whoa, that's not what I want. Move you over here. And then I can move the crab down here. Does that give me enough space? Yes, it does. Move you. Okay. Okay, so I need to be careful with what I'm actually grabbing. In that case. Okay. Okay, I'm starting to get the hang of it a little bit. Oh, so this is how you upgrade those the attack. Okay, so then there's... I guess I can upgrade this. Okay. And I can also upgrade my backpack as well, which I can't do because I don't have the money. Is there... Oh. Okay. Okay. Interesting. I'm definitely going to play around with that a little bit more later. Okay. Very, very interesting. But I'm going to continue on with this quest first. Oops, not over there. Over here. I think. Yes. Okay. I was like, I think that it wanted me to leave.
Without any further ado, it's time for production on our film, A Homecoming, to officially begin. Turning it over to you once again, Director Farina.
All right. Positions, everyone. Camera operator, clapper loader, get set up. Let me know when lighting is good to go. All you need to worry about, Miss Columbina, is hitting your mark. Other than that, just focus on immersing yourself in the emotions of the moment.
Okay.
Good. Lighting, are we ready?
Sorry, just give me 1 second. Sorry, I'm back. I just had to deal with something. Okay, where were we? Place lights? Now, it would be nice if the pop-up... Oh, I see. Hold on. What am I... Yes, that's all right.
Ready. All right, quiet on set. 3, 2, 1, action.
This is her homeland.
Oh,
Columbina.
Cut! The emotions I'm looking for were definitely there. Let's just try to keep it a bit more natural. Oh, but definitely keep that gesture at the end. I loved how real it felt. You looked genuinely moved. All right, if you're ready, let's go for another take. Miss Columbina?
she can tell. She knows. She knows that
It
the
kind of felt
Sandrone
like
is here.
Sandrone?
Oh, okay. I was like, you know, give me like 5 minutes and I could have completed this quest and it would have been fine. Okay. Let's continue. I think I'm just going to continue on with the quest and then leave the aquarium stuff until after. Just because I want to make a decent amount of progress on this quest. Okay. So originally I was like, oh, maybe I'll do the aquarium stuff in between each act of the quest, but considering that it's like 1:45 p.m. for me, and I still have like an hour and a half for stream, I'm like, I want to try to get as much of the quest done as possible. Instead of kind of going back and forth.
Sandrone said that if everything goes smoothly, we should be able to pinpoint
Okay.
the exact location of her home today.
Give me one more second. The cat now wants out. Okay. Whoops. Is this? I was like, is this the correct way to do this? Probably just have to climb. Or whatnot. Oh. No. It's inside, which makes a lot more sense.
You're here. We should get going then. Xavier and the others should be filming soon.
How's it going? Have you managed to figure out the location of your home yet?
I've narrowed down a few potential locations. We just need to take a sample from each one. Once the equipment analyzes them, we should know the exact location and where to find the entrance.
Great! We should get started then.
All right, let's get a move on. That should do it. Let's head back. The filming should be just about done. We made good time. We might even know the location by the end of the day.
Uh-oh.
Pretty happy about that.
I was like, oh no.
Do
I coughed and then the tracking broke.
I suppose I've just had enough of
It looks like it sorted
anomalies
itself
I've
out.
been dealing with. The sooner I can fix them, the better. Anyway, enough chit-chat. We have work to do. Oh, but let's head in through the side door. I don't want to run into the crew on the deck. All right, now we just need to wait for the results. Since we have some time to kill, I suppose I might as well see how this aquarium of yours is coming along. You seemed quite enthusiastic about it, after all.
It's really coming together.
Okay. Let's go to the aquarium below. I can remember where it is. Right here.
Oh, kind of impressive, actually. These must be the ones we caught the first time we went underwater. Like it? It's fine, I guess. Nothing special.
Come on! It sounded like you really liked it just now.
You're that proud of it? Is this a sense of accomplishment or something?
Well, yeah. And it's pretty.
You know it's gonna be gone soon, though, right?
What do you mean?
After the festival, this ship will be returned to the fortress of Meropede, and this aquarium will be no more.
So?
So, no matter how much work you put into this place, once the festival is over, it's all just going to disappear.
But not making the most of it when we have the chance is an even bigger waste.
But if you know it's all going to be gone one day, why even bother?
Well, because...
That is definitely a very interesting question. I mean, one could say that about life too. Like, oh, we all know that we're going to die, so then what's the point of living? But I guess it's the journey, not the destination. Which I guess kind of coincides with the traveler's journey as well, because it's not necessarily the destination that we're after. It's more so the journey, more so than what we're learning on their journey that makes it all worth it.
Because you still get to keep the things you gain along the way, and those are things that can never be replaced.
Doesn't that make losing them even harder?
Ooh.
Well, if you put it like that. But the happy memories we make along the way last forever. You just have to take a more glass half full perspective. Not to mention, everything we do here is gonna be on film, so it'll still live on in some shape or form.
And when you look back on it, only happy memories will come to mind?
Exactly!
So it's about finding joy in the process itself.
Traveler! You're back already?
Oh, she's out of her new outfit.
What's wrong with that? You say that like it's terrible news or something.
How did you get here? I didn't see you on the deck. Oh, never mind. We need to help Miss Guillotin hide ASAP. The crew is heading over here to shoot any second.
Oh no.
What? They should be done by now.
There was a mishap earlier that cost them some time. I was waiting on deck so I could warn you the minute you showed up. Anyway, you should head back to the captain's cabin right away. They're gonna be here any minute now. Finally! That's a wrap for the scenes on the deck. Wouldn't have taken half as long if the wind hadn't snapped our equipment in two.
Uh-oh! Too late!
Change of plans then. You'll just have to hide.
Hide? And where exactly am I supposed to do that?
Oh, there's a box over there. You can get in that.
Huh? You
I feel like that really lives up to her name as like a marionette. God. Ooh.
For the love of...
Let me see. Maybe just a quick touch-up.
Huh? Traveler and Paimon? What are you doing here? I thought you took the day off to take care of something.
Huh? Oh, well, it didn't take as long as we were expecting, so we came back early. What about you guys? You're still not done shooting for the day?
No, we ran into an issue that, set us back. It meant Miss Charlotte's crew wasn't able to wrap either. We both still have scenes to shoot in this aquarium.
Oh, that's not ideal. For several reasons. Let us help then. The sooner we wrap, the sooner everyone can get some rest.
All right.
Thanks, you two.
Miss Charlotte's crew can go first then. If I'm not mistaken, you still have a night shoot later.
Thanks, Director Farina!
Of course. Fellow artists should help each other out where we can.
Agreed. Well then, camera, lights, get set up. Actors, give your lines a quick once-over. Let's try to get this in
Emily
one
and
take.
Navia. Like I saw a little bit of Emily. I didn't see Navia when she walked in.
All right, places, everyone. And 3, 2, 1, action.
So, the story ends like this.
Like this is part of the reason why I love Genshin's events. Okay, hold on 1 second. The cat now wants back in. Okay. Well, at least that was perfect timing for the cat. But yeah, like this is part of the reason why I love Genshin's events. Just getting to see a lot of the older characters and getting to see some of the newer characters mingle with the older characters. It's always like, it's so much fun. I love it so much.
When Duke Saint Germanus departed, he clearly said that everything was beyond redemption.
Huh? That sounds familiar. Wait, it's from that novel I came across while researching the numerological array.
He's only a genius when it comes to mechanics. In everything else, he's just an ordinary person.
Huh? What was that noise? Whatever, I'll just fix it in post.
Miss Jacoba, please don't speak as if I were the accomplice.
Not so hard. This box isn't sturdy enough for that.
Oh, is the box going to like
Don't
break?
put too much trust
And it
in
just like
Clockwork
she just
Mecha. Unlike humans, machines
and it just
don't
like
have hearts.
unveils Sandrone.
A heart?
That's right. It's what's on the inside. It's also referred to as someone's soul, or likened to free will. You can think of it as a person's core, what makes them unique. In general, though, people don't believe machines are capable of having a soul.
You said my emotion module was faultless.
It is, but that's not quite the same thing.
Do you think I have one then? A heart?
I don't think so. I know so.
Oh, I was like that one, like that switch up being like,
The question is,
yeah, I don't think that you
do
have a
you
heart.
recognize it within yourself?
I was gonna say that was like so cruel if he didn't like explain that more.
I can't believe this. Forcing me to hide in a box and listen to this drivel. Me.
In the end, clocks tick through tranquil years. Fish swim in crystalline springs. No matter how grand a dream is, it will fade away like this. Forlorn, wordless, silent.
And cut. Whew, that was a long one. What did you think?
Do it again.
She makes them do another take. I'm going to flip a lid. And not just the one to this box.
Well, there were some weird audio things going on, but acting-wise, it was great. It's a keeper.
Perfect. That means
I can get out of this box.
It's our turn.
Not so fast, Sandrone.
Camera operator, set up for the next scene.
I love Sandrone's
In this
reactions
one,
to all this.
Our protagonist peruses an aquarium in a foreign land and gets swept up in memories of her friend. So, in terms of lighting, that's the vibe we're going for. Got that?
Shoot. Paimon thought there'd be a break and Sandrone could slip away. What are we gonna do now?
Guess she's just going to have to hang in there a little bit longer.
Break a leg. Yep, we're headed off to shoot our next scene.
All right, quiet on set. We're about to start rolling. Ready, Miss Columbina? Miss Columbina?
I think she would like this.
Quick, we should roll on this.
It doesn't forage with the others, or prey upon its smaller kin. Instead, it remains where it is, cradled in the coral's quiet beauty, as though the raging cyclones above are of no consequence. And yet, she still stood before the cyclone in the end. So I think that story has it wrong. She is no different than us. She has a heart.
Aww.
Columbina.
Sorry, the cat's just very unsettled currently.
Uh-oh. Is she onto us?
Hold on. Okay. Sorry, it was she came into the cat came into the room and she was just like, she walked around being like, I don't like this spot, and then she laid it down, and then like 5 minutes later she's like, yeah, so this spot's not good enough either. So now I think that she's found a spot that she likes. So hopefully she settles down a little bit. Oh.
What is she doing? Cut!
You okay, Columbina?
Oh, yes. I just thought...
Why don't we take a short break? It's been a long day of shooting so far. That last take was beautifully organic, though. We can use it as is. No need to go again.
Thanks, Director Farina. But I'm fine to continue.
You're sure? In that case, let's shoot some quick B-roll. Then we can move to our next outdoor scene.
I really like the lighting in a lot of these shots. Like, especially when Calabina was standing in front of the tank earlier. That was such a beautiful shot.
Ugh, absolutely suffocating.
You okay, Sandrone?
Right as rain. Come on, let's go check the test results. It's time for me to go home.
Ooh. Okay. Yes, I am going the right way. I think. No. Where am I going? Oh, I'm going this way. Whoops. Where is this? Crap. I love Fontaine. I especially love diving, the diving mechanic, and like even the underwater exploration. It's so beautiful. Okay, there we go.
All right, it should be around here. Give me some space. I'll activate the water insulating mechanism.
The what?
Alain, much like Renee, had long predicted that the water levels in Fontaine would rise. Thanks to his expertise in mechanics, he was able to implement a few simple measures to protect our home from flooding.
Oh,
I told him there was no need.
That's smart, actually.
That I would just move when the water rose too high. But it would seem he knew a day like this would come.
That's actually quite smart.
All right, the silt has been cleared away. Go activate the mechanism for the first sluice gate. That will fill the empty middle chamber with water.
Open door? I think. Yes, okay. It took like a hot minute. I was like, wait a moment.
All right, now turn on the drainage mechanism in front of the second sluice gate, and this chamber will become empty once again.
Smart. Oh, beautiful.
So, this is where you used to live? It's beautiful.
It
There's even
is.
a garden.
Back when I lived here, it was my job to tend to the potted plants and flower beds. Still growing strong even after all this time. Who would have thought? If the weather was nice, I would take Alain out in his wheelchair and we would go for a walk. Before long, we started bringing Polonia along too. Come to think of it, I was the only one who could get around easily back then. Polonia always got stuck at some point, and it was up to me to launch a rescue mission.
Aw, that's so adorable. Those sound like happy memories.
Happy? I suppose they were. Uneventful, but pleasant. Repetitive, but peaceful. It was like living in a world where time didn't exist. Of course, that was all just an illusion. Death still awaits all of us at the end.
Oh.
All right, enough standing around. Let's head inside. Yep, this place is exactly how I left it. Nothing has changed.
All right, Sandrone, I have something to give back to you.
What is it?
Your notebook.
Huh? How did you get... Oh, Arlecchino gave it to you, didn't she? And you... read the whole thing. Just so you know, a lot of that was written a long time ago. At that very desk, to be exact. Anyway, since you've already read it, you should just hold on to it. I can always start a new one. Well, feel free to look around. I'm going to start looking for the gift Elen mentioned. Oh, but be careful with the stuff around here. I'm not saying you can't touch anything. Just try not to choke on the dust. Polonia.
Oh, that was so sad, actually. The way that the way that she said his name. Oh. Some yellowed pieces of paper and what looks like letters.
These are some of Elen's drafts from his later years. Just casual doodles, really. And these are just some unimportant letters. I couldn't be bothered to sort through them before I left.
Interesting. That's so adorable. A framed old picture.
The people in this picture look kind of familiar.
Oh, this was taken when Elen and Renee were both still at the Fontaine Research Institute. Before their falling out. In his later years, Elen would often sit by the fireplace and stare at this picture, wearing an expression somewhere between guilt and longing.
So cool that we get to see a grown-up version of all these characters. I believe that there's a photo of them as they were kids, I think. Huh. Cool.
He said he sometimes regretted not helping his friend when he needed it most. Even if just to stop him.
I feel like I should really go back and like replay this quest, like the world quest. Especially now with like all the added information that we have, I feel like I will gain a much better understanding of what was going on in the quest. A few old toys that appear to be math related. There are some complex mathematical puzzles on the table.
Oh, I played with these when I was little. During the first few months after I was created, I mean. At first, Elen and I would play together, but it didn't take long for me to become unbeatable. So, Polonia and I played together instead.
Aw, cute.
Yeah. These don't look like Paimon's kind of games.
Mine either.
Logic and math puzzles? Those happen to be my specialty.
Yeah, math, no. Puzzles? Or like logic? Sometimes. Sometimes when the brain actually decides to work. But math, no. No.
It's been so long. What do you say? Should we play a few rounds?
Ooh, this is going to be interesting. Sure, you pick the game.
Let's go with this one. The gears on the left are stacked from largest to smallest. The goal is to move them to the other side in the fewest number of moves. Just remember, you can't stack a bigger gear on top of a smaller one.
Oh no. Oh no. You can move only one gear at a time. Smaller gears must stay on top. Move all the gears to the other side. Okay. Is it just... Okay, let me okay, let me do let me see if I can. Oh no, I can't. Oh wait, hold on. I don't know if I'm doing this correctly. I'm like I was like I was in the rhythm and then I got distracted. I'm like, wait, no. What am I doing? Wait. No, now I'm back at the beginning. Oh no. Hold on. Okay, let me okay. Put you over here, you over there. Move you over here. Move you over there. You here. You over there. You there. No. You over there. You there. You over here. You over there. You back over here. No.
like it took you a few extra moves. My first attempt
Okay.
was the same. You'll get better with practice. Well, what did you think of the game?
I actually enjoyed it. I feel like I got into the rhythm. I felt like I understood what I needed to do, and then halfway through I kind of lost the groove and I fumbled a little bit. And then I'm like, okay, well, I need to now like focus and actually try and actually like regain my focus and stuff. And then I was able to do it. It was both fun and kind of hard at the same time. I'm very intrigued on what the proper way to do that was, and like how like what is the least amount of moves that you can do and how to achieve that. I find I'm very interested on how that is. It was fun and kind of hard at the same time.
Too. We should do this again sometime. There are other puzzles we could try.
That was actually kind of fun. Like, not going to lie, when I looked at it, I'm like, oh no, this is going to be hard. But I felt like I kind of got the hang of it. Yeah. It was actually kind of fun. Some sort of mechanical workbench covered in all sorts of tools, nothing a novice like me could make heads or tails of.
This was Elend's workbench. Later on, of course, it became mine. It's where both Polonia and I were brought to life. Before Elend was bedbound, this is where he would teach me about mechanics. I would sit and listen, chiming in with questions here and there. Later on, when he got too sick, I took over and would work on Polonia here.
Interesting.
Wow! This house is filled with so many memories! It's so cozy and charming! You should have seen it in its prime, when people actually lived here. A lit fireplace, a steaming cup of coffee. That's the real deal. You know, we also used to have a mechanical piano that Elend built.
Ooh.
How chic! Elend never played it much. He probably wasn't able to at that point. But I managed to teach myself. Music theory is essentially math after all. Once you learn the patterns, it's not really that difficult. I loved perusing Elend's collection of classical music. The chords and harmonies felt like individual mathematical puzzles. It was fascinating. So I did some composing as well. But as Elend continued to deteriorate, even the sound of music began to grate on his nerves. So I got rid of the piano.
Oh. I was gonna say, like, that's such an interesting way to look at music theory and like music in general. It's very sad that she had to get rid of the piano.
Back then, I assumed a piano was like an ordinary clothing rack, commonplace in every home and easily replaceable. It was only after I left that I realized how hard a good piano is to find.
True.
Enough about that. Elend's gift should be just in here. The only things undisturbed before I left were a few of his personal belongings. Wait, there's a hidden compartment at the back of this box. Looks like it's locked with some kind of gear mechanism. Knowing you, Elend, I'm guessing it goes like this, then like this. Got it. Am I a genius or what?
Cute.
Let's see here. A box? Well, you gonna open it? It's heavier than I was expecting. Just how much stuff is in here? A
a letter and a bunch of junk underneath it. None of it seems that important. Wait a second.
I was like, are you sure about that, Cedrone?
A cube? It's a multi-dimensional algorithmic core. Ellen would use it to store information. Only Polonia and I have access. All right, I'll start looking into the core and the letter. Feel free to go through the rest of the stuff and see if there's anything useful.
Okay. Hold on. There's another picture in here. This one has writing on the back.
Oh, that is such an adorable photo. Oh my god.
After you were born. You seem to like these flowers a lot. May you grow and flourish just as they do.
Oh, that is so adorable.
Wow! Look how happy you are in this picture. You've changed a lot since then, huh?
What's that supposed to mean?
Just that you come off kind of aggressive sometimes. Or, you know, annoyed at everyone around you.
Well then, people should stop being so annoying.
True.
It's not like I'm the one with the problem.
Oh my god. Sometimes in like when you're walking around like the mall and like people aren't like spatially aware, those types of people annoy me so much. Or like if you're walking on the sidewalk and like I'm walking like with a group of my friends and then like there's another group of people, but like I'll move over to like give a little bit more space, but like God forbid that the other group of people like actually move over as well so that we all can fit on the sidewalk together instead of one of us ending up on the road. Ugh. Yeah, sometimes like I agree with you, Centrones. People can be quite annoying.
Of course not. Oh, here's something else. Looks like a piece of paper torn out from somewhere. Today, I solved another math puzzle and made a breakthrough on a construction problem the Institute has been stuck on for years.
Oh.
Am I a genius or what?
No, wait.
Oh. Like
From
another.
now on, I should have people address me as Her Highness the Clockwork Princess, unraveler of all reason.
Oh my god, this is so adorable.
No more of that. I thought I tore this page out.
You wrote this?
I mean, you probably did, but like you probably kept it.
Wait, there's more writing at the bottom.
You seem to have developed a distaste for this particular entry, considering I found it in the trash. I'm sorry, but I could not help but hold on to it.
Aww.
Forgive me.
Ellen! Don't be embarrassed. Everyone goes through a phase like that.
True.
Nonsense. I wasn't even the one who wrote that. It must have been Polonia.
It's okay, we get it, Your Highness.
That's enough. I told you it was Polonia. You know what? We're done with this. No more rifling around in the box. Just put it down and let me read the letter. To my little clockwork princess.
Oh my god, that's adorable. Oh my god. I guess it's for Polonia then.
Not another word. Got that? If you're reading this,
You've most likely received the gift I left for you.
Oh.
I just hope you didn't stumble across all this while cleaning out my effects or something trivial like that. I once asked if there was something you wished for. Do you remember that? I wonder if time has changed your answer. Regardless, I have another gift. A formula that will allow you to come face to face with the anomaly inside of you.
Oh.
If you even still call her that.
Interesting.
Why this gift? To understand that, allow me to wax poetic on the soul once again. I would ask you to stick with me until the end, but I know you will. You always have. I believe a person should be born twice over in their lifetime. First, there's the birth that grants us life, then the birth of the soul. It's a matter of transforming the life bestowed upon us into the life we choose for ourselves. And to do that, we must look inward.
Interesting.
We must make a conscious choice to define the meaning of our life instead of allowing the happenstance of our existence to pass us by. This is the process of recognizing the soul that lives within us. You are my proudest masterpiece. I told you that long ago. But to me, you have never been a creation or a machine. To me, you're just like the rest of us. You have a heart. In fact, some theories think of the human brain as nothing more than a machine, and thought the product of its computations.
It's also very interesting how her story, how like Sandrone's story mirrors that of Wanderer's. But like if Wanderer had like a loving parent, essentially. Like this could have been how like Sandrone, or this could have been how Wanderer turned out if Raiden actually gave a shit about him. Like if Raiden didn't like toss him away, because he was always looking for a heart, and that's why he was trying to get a hold of the Gnosis. So it's so, because both of them are puppets. I really like that. I really like how, even though that they're both puppets, they're still kind of almost like plagued by the same question of like, do they have a heart? Do they have a soul? Like essentially like what it means to be, like I guess a human. But both of them, it's also very interesting because both of them went two very separate routes, but somehow ended up still at the Fatui Harbingers.
So you see, perhaps we're not so different after all. Your inner machinery is just far more advanced than most. No matter how one looks at it, the heart is a complex thing. A place where logic and reason collide with our emotions. Your computational capacity allowed you to become sentient and develop logical reasoning. But it also granted you something that, on the surface, might seem contradictory. Emotion. Emotions and logic often clash with each other, and those instances of discord can accumulate over time. That is the source of what you refer to as the anomalies within you. As you told me once, you've always known what you don't want, yet you've never wished for anything in particular. Similar to how a blind person can feel when a part of their body is in pain without being able to fully visualize its form, such is your relationship with your soul. So, what I leave you now is this: a formula that will allow you to see the shape of your soul. For if you want to protect your heart, you must first be able to recognize it within yourself.
Of course.
Okay.
Whether you use it is entirely up to you. You are, and always have been, free to do as you wish. Regardless,
whether by my formula or some other means. I trust you will know your heart one day. You always were a fast learner. And the smartest person I've ever known.
Aww.
Ellen. Oh.
You alright?
I'm fine. I've already figured out how this formula works. Let's get out of here and then we can use it.
You made up your mind already? You're gonna do it?
Why wouldn't I? Resolving the anomalies within my core is the reason I came here in the first place.
Need our help?
No. I can do this on my own.
Sure.
But do you want to watch?
What do you mean?
I already know what anomaly I need to resolve. Like Alen said, she's an amalgamation of all the times my logic algorithms have clashed with my emotions.
And by resolve, you mean that literally, or...?
Yes.
But if you, let us in like that, wouldn't that mean letting us see a bunch of your, you know, inner thoughts and secrets?
If what Alen said is true, then I'm about to be... born anew. Or whatever. This is your chance to be lucky enough to witness it. Besides, you already read my whole diary. When it comes to keeping my innermost thoughts to myself, well, I think that ship has sailed.
Fair
Sure
enough.
about this?
How many times do I have to say it? I finally let you in as... friends, and you want to question it. I'm not gonna offer a second time.
Then we'll be honored. And thanks for saying that, Syndrone.
Enough with the mushy stuff. Just follow me.
Ooh. I'm really excited to see this, actually. I feel like it's going to give us a little bit more enlightenment to Syndrone as a whole. It was so interesting. It came up as marionettes. There's Syndrone.
Right. With the numerological array, I can construct a simple formula that will allow you to experience what I see and hear in real time.
Oh, just like St. Lolly's sense sharing technique. Been there, done that.
Huh. Sounds like that shaman has some tricks up her sleeve. The arcane and the mathematical are both fundamental laws of this world. Being able to achieve a similar result through both isn't surprising. Anyway, let's get this show on the road. But no comments from the peanut gallery, okay? I know I offered, but I still don't want any interruptions.
Oh, this is so pretty.
Is this my heart? No, it's probably just the result of Alen's formula. A space dedicated to resolving anomalies. Huh. But it looks like the walls are all... mirrors? You made it. About time.
Ooh.
Is that me? From the past? You just spoke of anomalies. Well, here I am. What happens when emotion contradicts reason? Shall we sit down and talk?
Oh, this is so cool. Oh. Sorry, I'm just kind of comparing their two designs because I feel like I haven't really done that. Oh no, I like both designs for very different reasons. See, I think I much prefer the more mechanical parts on her old outfits, more to her new outfits. Like the keyhole on her old outfits, whoops, just looks very, I don't know, like more pronounced in that sort of way. But then I do kind of like the back of her new outfit more than her old outfits. I definitely agree with everyone. Her skirt should have been longer. I don't hate the short skirts. I don't know. Like, I also much prefer the red on her versus the orange. Yes, the orange. I don't know. The orange just makes me feel like she should have been Geo. Whereas I feel like the red, I don't know. I like the red a lot more on her versus the orange. Yeah. I mean, I like both designs. I think that there's certain aspects of the old design that I definitely like more versus the new design. But then there's stuff on the new design that I love more than the old design. I don't know. Very, very interesting kind of comparing the two, because I never really did that. Yeah, okay. Enough of that. Let's go sit down and get this show on the road.
That should do it. Hello, my name is Alain Guillotin. Can you hear me?
Brings back memories, doesn't it? The time we spent here.
Here, I want you to have this.
A notebook?
You can use it to write things down.
I don't need to write things down. I have unlimited memory.
Even so, some things are more
Also-
important than others, right? You can
Ooh,
use it to write about the
something-
things that matter.
Something that I'm kind of noticing is that we never see Elend's face. At least not within Marinette's or Sandroni's memories. We're always kind of seeing him more from the back versus, or like even the side. We never really see him like straight on, unless that changes. But so far, I don't think we've seen that.
So you wish me to carry out a basic priority sorting operation?
See?
I suppose you can think of it like that
This
for
is-
now. But journaling is
Yeah,
also
we don't
an
even
act
we
of
don't see his
finding
face.
oneself. Much like we use wooden stakes
Oh,
to
that's
guide
so
a plant
cool.
to grow in a certain manner, what we choose to write down gives the soul much needed direction. In the act of choosing what to forget and what to hold on to, we decide what kind of person we want to become.
I don't understand. Like I said earlier, I don't need something like this. This is where we were born. Where our life began.
And I think that
Mornings
that's-
of tending to the garden. Afternoons spent cleaning, reading, or studying. Evenings of cozying up by the fire, listening to Alen share stories about his past.
And I also think that that was also prevalent in her character teaser, or her character trailer. I don't think that we ever saw his face either. I think that his face was always covered in shadow.
Alen,
What is it?
what are you drinking?
Oh, this? It's coffee. It, makes me more productive.
Same.
I want to try it.
Oh, okay. Here.
Bitter. Speaking of, why did you design me with senses? Taste, smell, touch.
Well, I'm not quite sure. It just felt like the right thing to do. I suppose I hoped you might have a life of your own one day, and that you deserve to experience all life has to offer.
Oh. Still bitter. But the smell is nice. I thought those peaceful days would go on forever. You know that's not possible. Maybe. But how was I supposed to know the end was just around the corner? That was just bad luck. Was it? Well, it certainly became a pattern, now didn't it?
Oh, interesting.
Over time, one of the habits we picked up from Elen was a love of coffee. We even took to hosting tea parties. A machine acting like a human. Kind of laughable, right? I suppose that's just what I'm used to. Yeah, that's just what we're used to.
Hey, this place isn't half bad. Great spot for a party.
More and more people seem to be showing up to my tea parties uninvited. Anyone care to explain?
Can you blame me? I saw Columbina leading Capitano somewhere, and I had to see what that was about.
I had simply asked Columbina where I might find Arlecchino. I have business to discuss with her, and Columbina suggested looking here. Tartaglia and I were unaware that this was a private gathering. Apologies for the intrusion. It won't be for long.
Oh my god. I was like, before the scene even played out, I'm like, in the back of my mind, I was just like, oh my god, the captain just sitting down at a table with Sandrone and all the girls drinking tea. Oh.
Whatever.
This is so cute.
Just add it to the list of annoying things that have happened today. What's one more? Since you're here, you might as well stay for a cup of tea.
Aww.
See? Told you she wouldn't mind.
Much obliged, Sandrone.
Well, look who we have here. Good thing I brought extra desserts. This has turned into quite the occasion.
Oh my god. Hearing Sonora's voice in the year 2026 was not on my bucket list. I know that we heard her voice in the character trailer for Sandrone, like the tea party stuff, but like seeing her actually in game like now is crazy. Oh, that's so cool.
Capitano, I was just about to go find you.
Okay.
Pardon the intrusion. Rest assured, I won't sully your gathering with talk of work. We can have our discussion later.
Oh, I love this so
like
much.
A true gentleman. A certain unmannered 11th seat could learn a thing or two.
You know, you really should start being nicer to me, Rosaline. Or I might just snatch that 8th seat right out from under you.
I'd like to see you try.
I mean, she's not there to occupy it anymore, child, so what's stopping you? Just a saying.
If you're gonna fight, take it outside. The only mess I plan on cleaning up is tea-related. I still don't understand how our quiet afternoon turned into such a crowded gathering. One by one, people just kept barging in.
I really hope when we get, I mean, I feel like it's a given, but also dependent. I really hope that we get to see more of like the Fatui's lives and like how they operated together and that sort of thing. And Snoznaya, I know that we're getting a bit more of that now with I think with both with Columbina and Sandrone, but I would love to know kind of like more about their day-to-day lives and like all of this stuff.
And then one by one, they left without a word. Yeah, Pretty annoying, huh?
Cute. Oh, this was such a cute scene in Not Cry as well. So adorable.
Of all my days with the Fatui, the times I spent with you, Arlecchino, and Rosaline, they were my favorite. Goodbye, Sandrone.
Oh.
Don't go, Columbina. We should have just said that. Why didn't we? If we had, would the story have had a different ending? She couldn't stay. There was no future for her here. She would have just faded away. You're right. I suppose that's why you call me an anomaly. Every time you make a decision, there's a voice inside your heart. My voice. Asking to contradict all logic and reason. Why didn't we make her stay? Is it worse to fight for something just to lose it? Or not to have fought at all? Don't you find it unfair? One by one, we keep losing the things we care about the most. But in the end, whether I want to fight for something or cry over all we've lost, you just push it down and pretend not to hear.
Oh. I'm kind of getting a little teary-eyed, not gonna lie. Alright, it just kind of brought up, like, you know, all the losses that I had in my life. And, like, yeah.
And now, even Polonia, the other half of Alen's legacy, the last remaining member of our family. Even Polonia is no longer with us. I did everything I could, but it's just like Alen always said. Polonia was one of a kind. There was no replicating what he managed to create. Don't you feel like our connection to the past is fading bit by bit? Like, even the things we have left are slowly slipping away. I suppose. But you can't move through life without having to say goodbye. And even as we experience loss, there are always new things to be gained. Ever so logical. What's your take, then?
Alright, this is really good. And it's like, even, you know, and it's like the line of, like, don't you feel like our connection to the past is fading bit by bit? Like, even the things we have left are slowly slipping away. Like, it just reminds me of, like, childhood wonder. Or, like, the things that you did as a child. Like, I know for me, like, the thing that reminds me of or the thing that really triggered this was that I would have Christmases at my aunt's place, and it was a family tradition, like, everyone would be there. And then she passed away. And then it's just like, oh, this thing that we did as a family. Like, it no longer happened. Like, we all kind of just went our separate ways after that. And it's just like, and it's hard because it's like, you want, like, those were such fond memories and you want those to stay forever. But, like, at some point, you know that it's going to come to an end. and then I know even like with the Christmases, I know for a while there we really tried to, like, even though that Christmases was different, we really tried to make it where, you know, the family would get together, and, you know, even though that the Christmases were a little bit different, like, we could still have Christmases together, with all the extended family. And then, but it just never, it was like us trying to keep a hold of what was good in the past, but then it kind of just slowly but surely slipped. Like no matter how hard we tried to keep what we had going, it just didn't work out. Huh.
It feels like the more I care about something, the faster the world takes it away. It sounds so stupid, but I can't help it. That's the hand life has dealt me time and time again. Why even fight for something that's just going to be lost in the end? Better to never have had it at all. Better if it would all just disappear.
Like this, and like also, I'm like, this resonates with me so much because, I mean, I'm trying to get better at it, but I know I struggle with getting happy for things. Like, even though that I'm excited for stuff to happen, there's a part of me that always wants to kind of quell that happiness of like, oh, I don't want to get too happy, because what if something happens and I can no longer do said thing that made me happy, or like what if I was like looking forward to something and then all of a sudden plans change and now I can't do said thing anymore. And so I know for a long time I just wouldn't get happy, or like not necessarily wouldn't get happy, but I wouldn't get overly happy. I wouldn't get overly excited for stuff because it was a way to protect myself from feeling that disappointment when things don't turn out the way that I had hoped, or I wouldn't be able to do the things that I wanted to do, or in the way that I wanted to do them. I know that I'm trying to get better at that because it's like you're like in the, even though that I'm trying to protect myself, I'm robbing myself of that joy, of that excitement.
Dark, I know. But the heart wants what it wants. Maybe the stellar linchpin appeared because of me. Because of what I wish for. I don't think so. Yeah, probably not. What an anomaly wants goes against all logic and reason after all. Well, go ahead and do what you came for. You're here to resolve the anomaly, aren't you? Yes. What's it gonna be? Keeping me imprisoned here like before? Or eliminating me entirely, like debugging a code? That might actually be a mercy. I don't care. I just don't want to experience the pain of loss ever again. Go ahead. I'm ready.
Okay.
know it hurts, but that's life.
I wish...
I know. I've always known. Because we've been one all along. Centrone!
Oh, that was okay, sorry. I just bursted out into tears, and it's especially like the line that got me was like, why do we keep losing some things, or something. I can't, like, something in that cutscene is like, why do we keep losing stuff, or I don't want to lose anything, or like something along that line. And that like, as soon as she said that, oh my god, the tears came. Oh, especially like, oh, especially because like I dealt with a recent loss. I know at the start of June we had to um put my childhood dog down. And it's like the dog lived like a happy and long life. Like, she was 17. It was time. But it was just like, oh, dealing, and it's hard because it's like the way that I process grief is that I kind of just shove it away into the back of my mind, and then it's like moments like this where it's just like, oh, everything, it's like I build a wall around it. And then moments like this trigger it, and then the floodgates open, and it's just like I start crying. Oh, that cutscene. That cutscene hit hard. Okay, I'm good. I'm just. Yeah, that just really hit hard. That hit so close to home.
I'm fine.
I'm not.
It's okay to cry, you know.
I know, Paimon, I am.
Cry? You've gotta be kidding me. Save the comforting for someone who needs it, Paimon.
Me. I need it. Just now, that was...
The emotional side of my core algorithm. My emotion module has always been fully developed and operational. Elen tried to tell me that too. I've just chosen to ignore her voice all this time.
Because of fear of loss?
I suppose. Huh. Come to think of it, it's kind of like the aquarium on the ship. The aquarium? The old me took one look at it and saw something I would inevitably lose. So I stopped putting in the effort.
And this is actually, it's so crazy because I never even made the correlation to any of this, but it also, this reminds me of a conversation or like some of the conversations we had when telling people that we put our dog down. Because it's that thing where some people, like, they have a dog, and then they go through that pain of loss, and they're just like, never again. Like, I'm like, I'm never getting another dog. Like, I'm never going to, I don't want to experience that pain ever again. And like, something that's so fascinating is because the flip side of that is that you're trading, 10, 15, sometimes even 17 years of this bundle of joy, of this animal that is with you like day in and day out. You're giving all of that up, all of those years, all of those good memories, all of those happy memories, all those annoying and frustrating memories, because you don't want to deal with the pain of the loss and the sadness. It just
Then, one by one, the fish all swam away, and the place became even more bleak and depressing. Pretty pathetic, right?
Don't say that. A lot of people would feel the same. It just shows how much you care about what you have.
What about now?
Now? After seeing what you've done with the aquarium, I have to admit, I think it's beautiful. It's like you said, we get to keep the things we gain along the way. And those are things that can never be replaced, because we choose to hold them in our hearts.
Well said.
Besides, I've already died once. I'd be stupid not to make the most of this second chance.
About your wish.
Right. Earlier you, or your inner self, mentioned something about her wish. What was it?
You think that's something you can just ask and I'll tell you? Think again. I may have accepted my emotional self, but I'm not about to go all soft and mushy on the inside and pour my heart out.
Yep, still the same old Syndrome.
That said, taking a step in the right direction couldn't hurt. Starting with cleaning some old aquarium tanks of my own.
Huh?
Metaphorically speaking, I mean. Come on, let's head back to the ship. I need to talk to that shaman.
Okay. Oh, what an emotional roller coaster. I feel like everything was good and dandy, and then that part just came out of not necessarily nowhere, but like it just hit so hard and so close to home. Ironically though, this is where I'm going to end stream. I know, on such an emotional part. That's not the reason why I'm ending stream. It is currently 3:08, and unfortunately, as much as I am heavily invested in this quest and would love to keep going, I have some place that I have to be in like an hour, and I have to get ready. So I cannot go overtime. But yeah, I was going to say, I'm like, I was not expected to cry, but then like then like a chatter was just like, yeah, like the second part made them cry, and I'm like, oh, okay. I thought that it was going to be like a little tear, not like, oh, let me bring up my emotional trauma from a month ago, type of crying. But yeah, I mean, this quest is so good. I am looking forward to finishing it. I will end up finishing it on Friday. On Thursday, I am actually going to do some art. I want to make some new designs. I'm making some sticker sheets and some other designs for my craft fairs. So I'm going to do that on Thursday, but then I will continue on with this quest, as well as doing the aquarium parts on Friday. Thank you for joining me. I hope you guys had fun. And I will see you all